Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
So what I'm saying now is that you're going to have this massive influx of immigrants into the country that are better equipped. They don't have your legacies. They don't have your disadvantages. They're walking across the border. They're going to get a free lunch. They don't have to pay dues. But you got public policies in this country that are equating them to black folk. They're equating them to black, and what we've allowed them to do, starting in 1970, is to wrap themselves in black folks' suffering and pretend somehow they suffered along with black folk. And therefore, whatever program is created under this misguided label called minority, that they are equal to you and over you. And we're going to deal with that whole concept of minority in a few minutes too.
What it do, family and friends? Welcome back to the Church of Black Power. If you're not subscribed, go ahead, hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you can be notified whenever videos like this drop. Please make sure you're hitting that like and share button so we can beat up the algorithm. Make sure we get this message out to the ears that need to hear. And if you have not done so yet, please click that link in the description, go to change.org and put your signature on the petition for reparations. And as well, as if you haven't done so yet, please click that link in the description. Head over to Telegram and join the chat there. That way you can help circumvent all of the nonsense with the notifications not going out. With that being said, family, we got some things to talk about today. Win some, or shall I call her lose some, Earl Sears. Lose some, Earl Sears, we have to speak about here today. Family, I don't know if you've been seeing what's been going on, especially with that woman in her governor's race, but it ain't looking too good for old Newsom. It doesn't look too good at all. As a matter of fact, it's gotten to a point where these folks are begging, damn near, for people to basically give this woman some sort of DEI treatment. Now, family, tell me if I'm wrong. Isn't it the Republicans going around here talking about how they don't like DEI, DEI this, DEI that? Even though DEI highly benefits Nabisco women overall. And then number two would be gays and LGBTQs. And then number three would be immigrants. And then at the very, 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 very bottom, bottom, you see probably a percentage, a point of a percentage that actually goes over to foundational Black Americans. But these folks would love to have people believe, just like with this whole SNAP benefits food stamp situation that's going on, they would love to have you believe that foundational Black Americans benefit from those programs the most, when it's actually people within their communities. Yeah, they want us to give Newsom some DEI treatment, basically, because she's not getting the endorsements that she wants. They're now trying to, you know what? Let me not even go that far in, because I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just get into the goodness. Before we do, though, you know what I gotta do? I gotta give a B1 salute, a shalom, and a shout out to the chat. So B1 salute and shout out, shalom, to our good brother Reparations Nations in the building, our sister Andrea Jones in the building. Much love to the both of you. Soul Line King is in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. Oh, aka our brother Reef. I see you done made a name change, my good brother. It's disabled. Okay. No problem. Our good brother Solon King is in the building. Much love to you, family. Our good sister Hurricane Nisi is in the building. Much love to you, my sister. Thank you for being here. Our sister Star Tate Jones is in the building. Much love to you. Felicia Haywood is in the building. Much love to you. Nitro 215 is in the building. Much love to you. Our sister Angelic is in the building. Much love to you, my sister. John Son is in the building. Much love to you. The cultural superpower is in the building. Much love to you, family. Much love to you. Our good brother DSB is in the building. Shout out to you, my dark-skinned brother. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. Shalom to you. Our brother Marvin C is in the building, aka Marvin P. Funk in the building. Much love to you, my good brother. Tasting Teas with Tony is also in the building. Much love to you, my sister. Thank you for being here. Yagua is in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. Our sister Cooking with Miss D is in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here, as well as JJ. Shout out to you and thank you for being here. And our sister Shalonda Cole is in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. And to everybody who is not in the chat, much love to you. Thank you for being here. And everybody who's going to catch this on the playback, much love to you. Thank you for being here. Now, in case people don't remember or can't put the name to a face of who Lusum Earl Sears is, let me go here. We'll start off here just to give you a little briefer.
Well, I love that as an immigrant, you are so proudly American.
Oh, yeah.
That must be, it must give you a different perspective than so many people who are born here in America. What is it that you appreciate so much about this country?
That you can speak your mind. My dad sent me back home when I was 9, and by then a new prime minister had come to power, and he declared that Jamaica was a socialist country. If you had land, it belonged to the government now. Your profits, if you were a business, were no longer your own. It was treacherous. And in fact, so many Jamaicans fled because there was no freedom. There was no liberty. There was violence everywhere, political violence. And that's what I love about America.
Well, I love that as an immigrant.
Shout out to Reparations Nation, because the good brother already knew where we was going. He already knew where we was going. I got to remind you even further who she is. Our brother already put it to the forefront, but let's go back. Let's go here.
My father came and got me when I was 6. Of course, he came to America with only the $1.75, I like to say 7 quarters, to restart his life. And he could have gone to England because it was easier, but he thought, no, America will give him that second chance. And coming off that Pan American plane, just to see the America represented, this grandeur. I mean, America, in Jamaica, we say America is a big, big America, because everything in America is big, and the music is the smell of the country is different. And then there I was restarting my life. My father came and got me when I was 6.
All right, so family, shout out to our sister FBA Queen in the building. Much love to you, my good sister. As always, it's a pleasure. Yeah, so this is the woman that everybody in, I guess you could say, on the internet at this point in time, who's losing their stuff about this woman right here. This woman whose father, she claims, came to this country with the $1.75, 7 quarters, she says. And the fact of the matter is, when he got here, he got all kind of gifts, giveaways, and, benefits because of what we did here. However, she loved to say that her father came here with $1.75, but never really tell you about the benefits that they received when they got here in order for him to have a second life. Shout out to our brother Reef, who says she's against reparations. That's why she doesn't have our support. Another brother who has some foresight, because the very next clip that I was going to play, and I'm going to play, is this one right here. Oh, my apologies, family. My apologies. No sound. Let's go back. What the hell? Oh, the browser. All right.
We will be doing, when we win here, we will be doing right by the people who have devoted themselves to the prospect of and the promise of diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility.
We want all children to have an opportunity. That's what my father received when he came, with only $1.75 in his pocket. And some people would say that he was back in the starting blocks while the white child was halfway at the completion line. But I would say to you, my father used education to get him where he is now comfortably retired, an immigrant. And I'm saying we are overcomers. Black children are overcomers. The slaves did not die in the fields, so we could be saying in this century that we are victims, Martha. They would say to us, is that what we died for? No, we died for you to have an opportunity. Take it. You have that. We have had a black president. We have sitting in the White House, just about, I guess, in the vice presidency, a woman whose father came from Jamaica 2 years before my father came from Jamaica at the height of the civil rights movement. She's second in command. We have me. I'm second in command, Martha, in the former capital of the Confederate States. Have things changed? They have. And I say to our children, you are overcomers. Don't let anyone tell you you're a victim, because if you're a victim, that means you need a political savior. You don't need them.
Now, family, it is very interesting that this woman decides to bring up slavery and overcoming when, one, you do not have the bloodline, the lineage, the tie to slavery here in this country. You say that we're overcomers, but you are not us, and we are not you. Your father came to a country that was already built to overcome. We already know on this side that we're overcomers because we couldn't flee anywhere. We had to stay here and stand on business. So the fact that you go to a different country and start talking about being overcomers and then using that against DEI as if that right there makes any type of damn sense, you can see why you don't have any support. The fact that you're telling foundational Black Americans that we need to get over slavery, yeah, you can see why you don't have any foundational Black support. Shout out to our good brother, a real good brother, Kid Gravy and Beyond in this piece. A real ally in this piece. Shout out to Ach as well. Much love to you. Thank you for being here, as well as Class ZK. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. Now, family, we know that this is the problem that this woman has been having because, you know, they've even wrote articles about the nonsense that she said and how the Republican Party really wasn't behind her because they felt like she isolated people that could have went and voted for her. Let's get into it. It's from the Washington Informer. Virginia governor candidate faces GOP backlash over slavery DEI comments. Troubled campaign start. This is just the start of her campaign. Shout out to FB1. Much love to you. Thank you for being here, family. Virginia Lieutenant Governor Lusum Earl Sears is undergoing fire. I don't know why it's saying growing. It should be undergoing. But anyway, undergoing fire from within her own party after invoking slavery to attack diversity programs, fueling Republican fears that her gubernatory, I can never just get that word out. Gubernatorial, Jesus, I have issues saying that word. I don't know why, but gubernatorial campaign, don't judge me, all right, collapse before it gains traction. Earl Sears, who was born in Jamaica and seeks to become the first woman and second Black governor of Virginia, sent the campaign fundraising email tying American slavery to modern day diversity, equity, and inclusion DEI initiatives, a move that shook Republican circles around already weary of her hardline stance and weak campaign infrastructure. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. They called you weak, said your whole campaign is weak. Slaves did not die in the fields so that we can call ourselves victims now in 2025, the email read. So she didn't just say that in an interview. No. She made sure to double down. I must send an email out and make sure it touches each and every one of your email boxes so that you can now read that nonsense that are already stated on the news. Okay, go off. Just give me 1 second, family. 1 second. Let me pull this down. All right. Technical difficulties. It also referenced Virginia as the former capital of the Confederacy. While the campaign later claimed it did not alter the message, then who the hell did? And refused to say who did it. The same language remains publicly posted on her Wind Red fundraising site. Well, we know that it came from her because she quite literally just stated it. Let's go back.
We will be doing right by the people who have devoted themselves to the prospect of and the promise of diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility.
We want all children to have an opportunity. That's what my father received when he came, with only $1.75 in his pocket. And some people would say that he was back in the starting blocks while the white child was halfway at the completion line. But I would say to you, my father used education to get him where he is now comfortably retired. An immigrant. And I'm saying we are overcomers. Black children are overcomers. The slaves did not die in the fields, so we could be saying in this.
Family.
We? We.
Victims, Martha. They would say to us, is that what we died for? No, we died for you to have an opportunity. Take it. You have that. We have had a black president. We have sitting in the White House, well, just about, I guess, in the vice presidency, a woman whose father came from Jamaica 2 years before my father came from Jamaica at the height of the civil rights movement. She's second in command. We have me. I'm second in command, Martha, in the former capital of the Confederate States. Have things changed? They have. And I say to our children, you are overcomers. Don't let anyone tell you you're a victim, because if you're a victim, that means you need a political savior. You don't need them.
Family, it is very telling that she keeps on saying, we had a black president. You know, we had a black woman as vice president. Well, as close as it can be. And me, look at me. I'm in a position. Everybody that this woman had already named are tethers. Neither one of these people have any connection to foundational Black Americans, not even a percentage of the blood. But she keeps on going back to that, you know, we're not here to be victim situation. Well, when we have people such as yourself in these offices, all you guys do is quite literally do for all your immigrants, families, and friends, while turning your back on the people who actually built this country, foundational Black Americans. So no, we have not had a black man as a president yet. And I say yet because it is going to come. We have not had a black vice president yet. Nor has we had a black lieutenant governor in Virginia yet. At least not in the sense in which you're trying to make it, because you're speaking to them as if you're a black American, and you're not a black American. You're a Jamaican American. Ethnic Jamaican American. We here, we're the foundational Black Americans. And this isn't the first time that she's spoken as if she was a Black American, but we'll get into that. I just want to really touch on where's her support? Why don't she have any support as a Black woman running for governor in Virginia? Quote unquote Black woman. Let's get back over here, family. Shalom and salute to Alicia Stover in the building. Much love to you, my sister. As well as our good brother Antithesis in the building. Much love to you, as well as Breeze Omega, my good brother in the building. Much love to you. Thank you both. Well, thank you all for being here. Let's get back over here to this article. Also, a B1 salute to our family, Affectionate Earth in the building. Much love to you as well. Let's get back over here to this article. And the video from 2023 shows Earl Sears, and a video from 2023 shows Earl Sears making nearly identical statements at a live event. We didn't even have to go back that far. I just showed you the goddamn interview where she said it almost verbatim out of her mouth. The exact same thing that we're reading here. Shout out to our sister Patricia Green in the building. Much love to you. The controversy didn't emerge in a vacuum. The email is now seen as a part of a pattern of polarizing positions threatening her viability in a high-stakes gubernatorial race. Excuse me. I said, don't judge me. All right. Nearly a dozen Republican strategists and officials in Virginia say the campaign's slow fundraising, lack of grassroots energy, and poor outreach to swing voters have created mounting crisis. Shout out to our sister Mia Kim in the building. Much love to you, my sister. Thank you for being here. And shout out to Drew Laston. Shout out to you, my good brother. Thank you for being here. And thank you for your Cashapp donation. Your donation is blessed tenfold. And I appreciate your donation and contribution as always, my good brother. She's off to a shaky start. And in a state like Virginia, that's not a luxury you can afford. Longtime Republican strategist Jimmy Keddy told Politico, when the White House is in Republican hands, Virginia becomes even harder. You need momentum, discipline, and message control. You need momentum, discipline, and message control. And right now, they've got none of that. Oh, God, Lee. Oh, God, Lee. They've got none of that. Well, just call it like you see it. Tell me how you really feel, why don't you? Earl Sears' hardline views on social issues have also drawn criticism from within her party. As lieutenant governor, she has taken unprecedented steps to distance herself from progressive legislation. When has any Republicans ever been grouped in with progressive legislation? This kind of shows you that they're just making up any old reason to get her, like, yeah, we're not rocking with her. Well, why not? Because, you know, she don't have any real progressive legislation. What Republicans do? Well, that's not the point. Oh, man, you cannot make this up. Even when legally required to process it. She added handwriting notes of moral objection to two major bills. One enshrining abortion rights into the state Constitution and another prohibiting discrimination in marriage licenses based on sex, gender, or race. Oh, we're going to get into that too. That is just hilarious. Shout out to our sister FBA Queen for the super sticker. I appreciate your contribution as always, my good sister, and your donation is blessed tenfold. Much love to you. And also, I see you. Give me a second. Give me a second. Shout out to our sister Mia Kim for your Cash App donation. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your donation and contribution as well, my good sister. Thank you very much. Now, family, let's get back. Give me 1 second. Let me run this real quick while I fix this mic real quick. Give me 1 minute, family.
Introducing the B1 Rolodex, the easiest way to search for and support FBA and B1 businesses. Hundreds of entries from the Black grassroots for the Black grassroots. Free to use, free to download, constantly updated. Trouble navigating the document? Try using the map version. Notice a business missing? Use this simple Google form to submit an FBA or B1 business. Also submit anti-Black businesses, which are now being collected in that last tab. Find resources, contact numbers, and much more using the second tab. All the info you need to start practicing group economics today. Go to blacktruthunited.com. That's blacktruthunited.com.
All right. Let me make sure that this is working right. If you can hear me, please put a 1 in the chat, family. I had to change up my cord real quick because I was hearing a little bit of static on this side. I wanted to make sure everything was working right. So please put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me clearly, if everything is popping. All right. All right. Much love to you guys. Thank you very much for that. Shout out to our brother Anthony Ruger Phillips in the building. Shalom to you, my good brother. Thank you for being here. As well as, I just saw you. C. Phillips in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for your donation. Thank you for being here, family. And shout out to our brother Kid Gravity for your Cash App donation, family. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution as well. All right, let's get back into this here. Let's get back over here. In the case of the House Bill 174, which affirms a marriage equality, Earl Sears wrote, I remain morally opposed to the contents of HB 174 as passed by the General Assembly. The bill was sponsored by Dale Rosa Henson, Democrat, an openly gay Black lawmaker from Prince Williams County. She knows I'm openly gay. I'm sorry. I'm trying my hardest. I'm gonna try. Okay, let me get it together. Hold on. She knows I'm openly gay, Black state representative. I'm an openly gay Black state representative. So the fact that she wrote something personal on my bill, knowing me and my family, that was disheartening, Henson said. And I'm not laughing because he's an openly gay man. It's just the way she had the ball brass to just write a handwritten note on the dang bill. That is bold. That is disrespectful to another level. I'm just saying that I ain't gonna lie, like that right there, that's some bold brass. I gotta give that to him. Shout out to C. Phillips for the Cash App donation. I appreciate your donation, and your contribution is blessed tenfold as well, family. Much love to you. I'm sorry. That's just brass. That is brass if I ain't never heard it. All right. Despite clashing with Democrats, the internal party rift deepens with Earl Sears, straining relationships with Republican Lieutenant Governor nominee John Reed, an openly gay MAGA-aligned candidate. You can't make this up. Oh, man. Shout out to the Most High, because the Most High wrote this with his bare hands. He said, I can't just snap my fingers and let this appear. I got to do it with my bare hands. This is too good. Oh, geez. Okay, let's get back into it. An openly gay MAGA-aligned candidate who presents on the ticket complicates the GOP's messaging in the suburban battleground where Democrats have gained grounds. Oh, man. Oh, man. Shout out to our brother Zavon Scott. Thank you for being here, and thank you for your super sticker, family. Your donation is blessed tenfold. I appreciate your contribution as always, my brother. Win some no like Chi-Chi people. I'm telling you, man, this is I was not expecting this, but this is good stuff here. This is, if this was in TV form, this would be great entertainment, great TV. I tell you what. Shout out to Still Kevin Trees. Thank you for being here, brother. Shalom to you. K. Cole James, the former president of the Heritage Foundation and a respected GOP figure in Virginia, acknowledged the rough start, but urged caution. There are those kinds of glitches. You manage them. You move forward, she said. I'm not in panic mode yet. Well, you're going to be. If you wasn't in panic mode then, you'll be in panic mode now. But concerns are growing. Concerns is growing. The GOP is already facing resistance statewide due to the President Donald Trump cuts to federal workforce, a major employer in Virginia. And Earl Sears' messaging has done little to broaden appeals in a crucial suburb surrounding Washington, D.C. Meanwhile, Democrats are unified. Are you stupid? See, yeah, okay, I get it. You're a left-leaning propaganda, but it's still, I'll still read you. I'll still read the rest. I'm not going to say propaganda, but that's propaganda. The Democrats are unified. That's propaganda. I'm just going to call it for what it is. Former CIA officer and three-time Congresswoman Abigail Spanberger, well, I might have slaughtered that, but oh well, has secured the Democratic nomination after no challengers filed by the state's deadline. So she didn't even have anybody willing to run against her on the Democratic side. They was like, you know what? Let's just let Virginia go. You know, we don't need Virginia. Sounds like Abigail was the only one to say, you know what? No, I'll step up. I'll step it up. We need Virginia. Her moderate record and disciplined campaign posture are expected to pose a formidable challenge. As the Democrat nominee for governor of Virginia, I look forward to having many more meaningful conversations with all Virginians across our communities and regardless of who they've cast their vote for in the past, about the issues that matters most to them, Spansberger said in a statement. Isn't Virginia a blue state? Wasn't that former President Joe Biden's stomping grounds? Wasn't he the senator of Virginia for a while? You would think that Virginia would be locked down. I'm just saying, you would think that it would be locked down. Even though she is leading in the polls, she's not leading by that much. I think Winston Newsom, excuse me, she's like 45%. And this woman here, the Abigail woman, she's somewhere around 47, 48%. So there's a very small margin in between it. But I'm just saying, you would think that the Democrats would have this locked down already. Oh, you're right. You're right. Delaware. You're absolutely right. All right, family. So that was this article here. Just wanted to read that. Remind people exactly why she doesn't have any Black support, any foundational Black support. I want to go over here to this clip here. Let me see here. Because, you know, Winston has been kind of campaigning silently, well, not even silently, openly campaigning to get Donald Trump's endorsement. And it just ain't been working out. He says some nice things about her here and there, but he hasn't at any point in time stopped to say, you know what? I'm endorsing Winsome Earl Sears. She'll be a great governor for you guys to have. Haven't heard it yet. However, it gets under her skin. You can kind of tell because, you know, people are bringing up the fact that she had some words for Donald Trump at one point. And maybe that could be the reason why he hasn't stepped out and full-blown endorsed her yet. Let's go here, family.
In the United States, the leader of your party. President Trump so far has not endorsed you, and you are the Republican nominee. So why hasn't he endorsed you in this race?
We understand what this is about. The president will make certain decisions. I've already met with him, and that's as far as I'm going to go.
Yeah, because in the other marquee race this fall, the New Jersey governor's race, the president was quick to endorse the Republican candidate there, Jack Ciattarelli. You said you've spoken to the president. What did he say to you when you asked him for his support?
Yeah, I'm not going to talk to you about things that the president and I have spoken about.
You had been critical of the president in the past. In 2022, you said this as he was gearing up for a third run for the White House. Just listen to this first. I want you to listen to this first.
Is this what you're going to keep talking about?
Well,
I thought we were going to talk about the issues that are important to the voters. I'm talking about the education choices that parents want.
We can get into that. We can get to that in a second.
To talk about the.
Hold on. We can talk about this. I just want you to respond. This is the president of the United States, the leader of your party.
It's important to you, but the people
hold on. The viewers need to know what you said in the past. This is the president.
She wouldn't even let him get it out. She filibustered that whole damn thing. That man couldn't even get a word out edgewise. And I guess you would say, you know, let me just say it like this. Let me just from a devil's advocate perspective. It was smart to filibuster to make sure that he wasn't able to play the clip, but the clip still got played at some point, I'm pretty sure. And then also, you know, I get why she would do that. She's trying to make sure that people understand this is not why I was invited here. Okay. However, on the other side of the fence, this made you look horrible. I mean, you could have let them play the clip and then came back with a cleanup tactic like, you know what, that was then, this is now. People are allowed to change their mind when they're presented with new information. And the information that I had on Donald Trump back then, it wasn't really good information. And after I did my research and I had my team do further research into it, then, you know, I was able to change my mind and see how much the president is actually doing for the country. And back then I wasn't able to see that. That's called spinning it. I don't believe anything I just said right there, but still I'm able to spin something that I didn't even say. But you're not so intelligent. I thought education is what changed things for your father. Obviously, you don't have enough education in order to know that you should have been spinning it rather than trying to block him from playing it. Shout out to our sister Star Tate Jones in the building. Shalom to you, my good sister. And she says Trump especially despise black appearing women, and I would agree with you 100% fold. I would agree with you 100% fold because, and I'm gonna tell you why as well. And you guys let me know if y'all think I'm on the right track with this. Trump dislikes black appearing women more than actual black women in this country because of the fact that black women in this country actually have a right to say whatever the hell they want because they built this country. See, black appearing women come into the country and they take on an identity. And when they take on that identity, then they think they could just point the barrel of the pum-pum at whoever they want to and have no type of consequences because their skin is the same color as the black woman of America. And Trump recognizes this. And he says, B, you ain't even black. You're not black as a black American. So it infuriates him that these folks have the audacity to speak to him as if they are black Americans. And I kind of feel like Trump knows that Jasmine Crockpot isn't really a foundational black American. And that's why he be on her head so damn much, talking about she's a low IQ and all this other stuff. You know, and he ain't too far off on that. You know, I hate to give the devil his due, but he's not too far off on that. And so this is my hypothesis. I believe that Trump dislikes the ones that appear to be black because of the fact that he knows they're not black. Now, there are several people who are black that are speaking up against Trump, and Trump don't talk to them in the same way that he talks to people who are not from this country ethnically, but has black skin. So shout out to our sister Star Tate Jones for that. You're absolutely correct in my eyes. I truly believe that's the reason why. And y'all let me know in the chat if you believe that could be the reason as well. I might not be right, but my gut tells me I am. Shout out to our sister Brenda Thomas in the building. Much love to you, my good sister. Thank you for being here as well. Let's get over here, family. Because, you know, she had her little debate, and I'm going to spare you. We're not going to go over the debate. However, it's hilarious the way that she was being treated in the debate. They was handling the Nabisco woman with kitty gloves. And when I say they was handling the Nabisco woman with kitty gloves, I mean they found the most kittiest gloves they can find. They found a pair of the Hulk gloves, I don't know, Mickey Mouse gloves or something like that, and they handled her with proper care. While Newsom was basically told to shut up every 4 or 5 seconds or whatever, whenever she kept interrupting. This is a debate. People interrupt each other. That's just what happens. But let's go here. I want to show you a little clip from the debate. It's a small clip, but let's go here.
Well, I think as everybody knows, I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian before I'm a Republican, and I'm required to forgive people. And it's hard sometimes when somebody has abused you, etc., but it's something you must do, because not to forgive is almost like, as someone said, you drink poison thinking that it's going to affect the other person. And I want to live a decent life, and I don't want to not have peace in my life. And so as I've said before, I would not say that. So that's why I'm wondering why my opponent won't say, beyond it's abhorrent and disgusting, why she won't say it is not okay and that he must leave the race, because Jay Jones advocated the murder, Abigail, the murder of a man, a former speaker, as well as his children who were 2 and 5 years old. You have little girls. What would it take?
Family, this woman thought it was appropriate to sit here and try to wag her finger at a Nabisco woman in front of other Nabisco people and thought that it was going to be okay with the Nabisco. She's sitting here talking to a Nabisco woman about Chucky Kirk getting popped in the neck, when the Nabisco woman clearly does not care. And she don't have to care because she's a Nabisco woman. It's only people with melanin in their skin that they're trying to force to care about Chucky Kirk. But she damn sure jumped on that quick. Like it was Genuine in the Pony song. I'm just saying, this woman, she don't know how to read the room. Shout out to Black RU in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here, family, as well as our sister Misha in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. Let's let her continue.
Him pulling the trigger, is that what would do it? And then you would say he needs to get out of the race? Abigail, you have nothing to say? Abigail, what if he said it about your 3 children? Is that when you would say he should get out of the race, Abigail?
Look at the face on Abigail. Look at the look on Abigail's face. She's looking like, I know this tap dancing, boot licking negress isn't talking to me like this. She's looking at the mediator, and the mediator was a black woman, by the way, or quote unquote black woman. And she's saying, you better get her. She's forgotten her place. She can't speak to me like this. The look on her face. Exactly. No acknowledgement whatsoever. And she's talking directly to her. She's like, I'm not even giving you my attention. While she's over here begging Abigail, will you, Abigail? What will it take, Abigail? And Abigail is looking straight ahead like, girl, shut up talking to me.
Speaker, as well as his children who were 2 and 5 years old. You have little girls. What would it take, him pulling the trigger? Is that what would do it? And then you would say he needs to get out of the race? Abigail, you have nothing to say? Abigail, what if he said it about your 3 children? Is that when you would say he should get out of the race, Abigail? You're running to be governor.
Abigail, what will it take, Abigail? What will it take? Will it take for him to say things about your 3 children? Abigail, you're running for governor, Abigail. Oh, family, these people just do not get it. They just can't read the room. Shout out to Maine. Thank you for being here, family. 93% of communications nonverbal. And that was definitely communicating. It was her telling her to shut the hell up talking to me. You got nothing to say to me. And basically that's what she was told every time she interrupted her. Let's go here. This is another portion of the whole debate here.
I would encourage everyone, our Democratic senators, our Democratic House members, our Republican House members, to work together and drive an effort
please. Thank you. Continue.
to come back. I would encourage everyone, our Democratic senators, our Democratic House members, our Republican House members, to work together and drive an effort.
Please.
Miss Earl Sears, please. Will you shut your damn mouth? She interrupted this woman, I don't know, like 3 or 4 times. That's why this dude, he sounds over it. Miss Earl Sims, please. Shout out to FBA Queen. Ultimate disrespect. Ignore her. Exactly. And also shout out to Christ is a black man. Hey, Christians, forgiveness comes after consequence. Fantastic point. Fantastic point. No understanding of WS. You're absolutely correct. But she's getting some of that understanding now. She's definitely getting some of that understanding now. Excuse me. I want to go to this post here. This post by Michelle Maxwell. Don't know who the hell she is. However, she makes a very interesting post. And I want to read some of the comments. Michelle says, shout out to our sister Krista Watson. She didn't say that, but I said that. Shout out to our sister Krista Watson. Thank you for being here, family. Yeah, exactly. She thinks they're equal. They're nowhere near being equal. Not at all. Not at all. You are nowhere near equal to the Nabisco woman. But let's read this here. The only thing standing between America and its first black female governor is a white liberal who lectures everyone on diversity. You couldn't script it better. Michelle, aren't you a white woman? Aren't you a Nabisco? Okay, Nabisco. You're saying, white woman as if, you ain't a white woman. Interesting. All right, let's get to what the family had to say. Some of these comments. She's not black, she's Jamaican. Normalizing knowing just because they are melanated doesn't mean that they're a foundational black American. Oh, she didn't like that so much. She said, so because she was born in Jamaica, she isn't black? She is legal immigrant. You mean she is a legal immigrant? You're speaking like an illegal immigrant. She is legal immigrant, now American, who happens to be black. No, she's just so happened to be melanated. She's not black, she's Caribbean. She's black, but not African. Sir, ma'am, we're not African. You see how this woman just tried to equate us to Africans? This is my big point here today, too. I like how Republicans play identity politics when they get a token on their side. And that is the biggest point that I have here to make. Shout out to our brother Torian Reigns in the building. Much love to you, my good brother. Shalom. These folks talk so much about black people playing racial politics. Oh, we shouldn't play racial politics. You shouldn't vote for somebody just because they're black. They talk about that so much until it benefits them. 1 second, family. Drop my pen. They talk about, oh, yeah, you're going to vote for Obama? You voted for Obama because he was black? How'd that work out for you? Yeah, we learned our lesson with that. So when Obama came in again, trying to convince us that we need to vote for Kamala because she's black, he found out in the harshest way that don't nobody listen to you, you damn Tether, you dirty, musty Tether, you big light bulb headed Tether. Don't nobody like you. Don't nobody rock with you. You lost whatever credibility you had in 2012 to 2016. really, from 2008 to 2016. Don't nobody rock with Obama because he wanted us to play identity politics. And now y'all want us to get back on the train to play identity politics just for the other side of the fence. And we're saying hell no to that. Hell no to that. She is unbelievably qualified and an exemplar to... Really? Really? Oh my God, family. These folks, they have I don't know what is on these folks, what's in their pipes. I don't know if it's crack, meth, fentanyl. Okay. She is an exemplary candidate for governor. The only reason race is being brought up is because that is the left's game. We are just showing your hypocrisy. Conservatives are proving we don't give a crap about it. It has always been about merit. Okay, put a pin in that. We'll get back to it since you believe that. That's what I'm saying. These people, they're on some sort of hard drugs. Hard drugs. Shout out to our brother Tory Rames. They pulled out the identity politics for Winslow Sears all over Twitter. Yep. The same group that allegedly against identity politics, they say go based on merit. They're full of it. Exactly. They want the same people who's running around talking about, God dang it, Charlie Kirk this, Chucky Kirk that, DEI this, DEI that. But then they want us to go make this person a DEI governor. People are allowed to vote in the way that they want to vote. And if it's not working out for her, guess what? It's not meant for her to be there. And while this woman is talking about how we don't care about identity politics, I'm going to show you a few clips in a minute that shows they absolutely do care about identity politics. They're just sending out their tap dancers to do the talking. Mike says she's not Black American female. She's not a Black American female. She's a Black Jamaican immigrant. Legal immigrant. What does that got to do with anything? She keeps saying legal immigrant as if that changes anything. It changes nothing. She's not tied to foundational Black Americans. She made it very clear that she don't want us talking about slavery. She made it very clear that her father came over here with $1.75. Shout out to Toria, allegedly $1.75, and all he needed was his education and all this nonsense. She don't have the experience of foundational Black Americans who actually built this country from the ground up. So whether she's a legal immigrant or an illegal immigrant, we don't really care. It is her actions and words that made us understand that this woman shouldn't be in office regardless of the fact of whether she's a citizen or not. Now, I want to get over here, family. Let me go here real quick, because apparently she had to ditch the whole, her tour bus, her bus tour, because nobody was showing the hell up. If the Republicans want her in office so much, why aren't y'all out there stopping with her? Let's go here, family.
Oh man. Okay. She was thinking
Oh man, this is crazy, man. Oh man. Okay, just yo, this nigga. Oh man, this is crazy, man. Oh man.
Family, this looks like, I don't even know what this looks like. This looks identical to the dang whites fight back thing that Jake Lang did. That's what I was trying to figure out. What does this remind me of? That's exactly what it reminds me of. It reminds me of that Jake Lang protest. Oh yes, Torian. I said I can't. I ain't gonna lie, man. I can't deal with any of those goddamn. Her campaign ads are just throw them away. Just throw the whole campaign away. Just throw the whole campaign away. I'm gonna be honest with you. She think that she's actually garnering people to come to her side, and she's not. It's making more and more people cringe and walk away. That is facts, family. And I'll be glad when this is over too. I don't want to see or hear from Lusum again. I really don't. I really don't. Shalom and salute to our brother Wild Williams in the building. Much love to you, family. Thank you for being here. Let's get to some of the bootlicks and the tap dancing and the things that they had to say about Winsome Lusum.
Guys, so Virginia's race for governor it gets more interesting by the day for me, because it just shows again how Democrats, one, have no idea most of the time what they're talking about. Two, they just follow the crowd. And three, they don't even know what they want themselves. Because you have Winsome Sears. She is a immigrant. Again, we love immigrants so much, and we need to give them everything that we have and so much support. Isn't that what you guys said, Left? All right. God-fearing, intelligent, former Marine veteran, Black woman.
I thought it wasn't about identity politics. I thought this woman said, hold on, I got to go back. I could have sworn this woman says that they don't care. The only reason race is being brought up is because that's the left's game. We're just showing your hypocrisy. Conservatives are proving we don't give a crap about it. Then why you keep bringing up the fact that she's a Black woman? Exactly. That's all it is. It's contradictions. You don't know what the hell you're talking about, woman. Y'all talking about, oh, we're just, letting y'all know that, y'all being hypocrites. We're always about merit. No, what it sounds like is that you guys are out here quite literally begging Democrats to go and actually vote for your candidate because you're not getting any real traction. That's all this looks like. It looks like a bunch of goddamn Republicans trying to shame Democrats to go out and vote for the Republican candidate. That's what it looks like to me. Have they brought up any of her policies? No, they haven't, Torian. They have not brought up not one of her policies or anything that she'll do in order to make Virginia a better state. I haven't heard not one thing. Shalom to our brother Jesse Paris in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here, my good brother.
She's a Black woman. We need to support Black women. Remember, the right hates Black people. They're all racist. So we have to support all Black women. But where is her support? Where is it? This woman has done a lot for her community.
Like what? Like what? I hate when people say vague statements like that, when you make vague comments like that and just leave it at that, they want you to fill in the blanks. Oh, this person has done so much for their community. Whose community? The Jamaican community? Whose community? The Republican community? And what exactly is it that she's done that's been so much? They always make sure to say so much without giving you one thing, so much of one thing that these people do. Let's continue.
She has done a lot for women's rights. But we have the NAACP and former President Barack Obama that is endorsing Abigail Spanberger, someone that is okay for the mutilation of children, that also says biological males should be able to play in the same sports as biological females, and they should be allowed in the same restrooms, locker rooms, and all of that. Someone that has no track record of even helping the Black community and helping further advance anything when it comes to racial relations. But again, we won't support Winsome. Why? Because she's not the type of Black woman you want. So let's...
No, because she's not the Black woman that y'all trying to make her out to be. This woman came here and literally start disrespecting and denigrating foundational Black Americans because she wanted a public office. And to some respect, and I got to say this, I want to make sure everybody hear this too. I do have some type of respect for Winsome. Let me tell you why. Because she actually did fight for this country. I'll give you that much. You join the army, you fight for the country. I will give you respect on that end and that end alone, but that's where it stops. That's where it stops, because foundational Black Americans have been fighting for this country since its inception. So yeah, we're not supporting her because of the fact that she said we need to get over slavery. We're not supporting her because she sat there and tried to use our ancestors to make some sort of correlation to DEI. We're not supporting her because she's not worth our support. That's what you guys like, right? As Republicans. So you guys can pick up your Republican bag and you can go to the polls and support her. But as we just saw, right over at her location.
Okay. Oh man, this is crazy, man.
Y'all don't support her enough to go out there to her goddamn tours. She's trying to have a bus tour to talk to people, and you guys refuse to even go out there and support her tour. Why are you talking to us? You need to be making some phone calls in your Republican constituency. Shout out to the Uncensored Truth in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here, as well as Sirach Sota in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here, as well as our good sister D in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here, family. Let's get back over here.
Get this straight. You guys only want to support Black women when it fits your narrative. But I thought it was all Black women. She was the first Black lieutenant governor of Virginia. Why are we not keeping this same energy? Where is it?
At this point, you can see that these people have some sort of mental issue. All of these people, and this is why I can't stress this enough. When people leave the Democrat plantation, it's very important not to rush over to the Republican plantation. And when people leave the Republican plantation, it's very important not to rush over to the Democrat plantation, because both of these people who are on those plantations have mental issues. They live in a delirious world. These folks think that, and they're acting as if they don't understand. Democrats vote for Democrats, Republicans vote for Republicans. Why aren't you guys out there giving your candidate support? Exactly, Torian. Political hopscotch. They think just because you're black, all black people should go out and vote for you, but not when you're, hold on, not if you're a Democrat though, but if you're a Republican, where all the black support? And on the Democratic side, it's the same thing. Vice versa. Everybody think that foundational Black Americans got to run out and give these candidates black support when none of these people give black support to us. They don't even talk like they give black support. They don't even talk like they want to give black support. We're out here fighting the left. We're out here fighting the right. We're out here fighting green. We're out here fighting purple. And ain't nobody speaking to our issues. Why the hell do we need to bring anybody support just because they got the same skin color? That's why foundational Black Americans, we are a part of the couch party. We are independents. The only real independents. Because if you're not bringing nothing to us, guess what? You get nothing from us. That's how this works. That's what politics is. A fair exchange, no robbery. Yo, here's a contract. You do for me, I do for you. Okay, good. You're going to bring me A, B, and C. All right. Here you go. Here's the office. You don't bring me A, B, and C. Guess what? You don't get my vote. You get put out of office. This is how politics work. Why are you running around here asking where's the same energy? The only consistent people when it comes down to the energy is foundational Black Americans, because we dole this energy out to anybody who wants it, whether you're on the left, whether you're on the right, whether you're in the middle. If you're not speaking to our issues, you're done here. That's it. That's all. Shout out to Mr. Know-It-All. Thank you for being here, family, as well as JJ Mars in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here, as well as I'm just going to say it. Much love to you. Thank you for being here, family.
This continues to prove my point. If that's how you want to vote, go ahead. But I challenge you to look at the facts. Black people, don't just jump.
What facts, lady? You didn't bring any facts. You just came out on the tangent talking about she's a Black woman. She's an immigrant. Y'all love immigrants, right? She's an immigrant. She's done so much for her community. She's done so much for women's rights. And ain't state not one damn thing. Ain't give nothing from her platform. Ain't told us what she's going to do as a governor. You ain't say nothing. So what are the facts? Very interesting, to say the least. Shout out to Mental OG in the building. Much love to you.
On the train just because former President Barack Obama just said to do it. I'm feeling like if that man told you guys to jump off a mountain, all of you guys will line up and do it. I feel as if Mark of the Beast happens, you guys will take it. No questions asked. Because no one ever thinks for themselves.
This is how you know that these people are disconnected from the Black grassroots, because don't nobody in the Black grassroots rock with Obama. And that's evident, by the way, nobody went and voted for Kamala just because he said so. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these people aren't connected to the Black grassroots in any shape or form. Exactly. Everything that she's saying can be applied to her. Every single thing that came out of her mouth could be applied to her. Because she's not thinking with her own brain. She's using the same talking points that you're going to see with the other people I'm going to play here. Everybody's using the same talking point, which leads me to believe that y'all must be being paid. But let's let her continue.
No. I want to say Blessings and good luck to Winsome Sears. I've met her myself. She is a great woman, and I am so excited for her and this journey that she is on.
It's funny that you call her a great woman. I ain't never met her in your life, but okay. All right. These are the people here. Let's go here. Now, this next woman, she's a recovering Democrat, and this is another reason why I say, do not, if you leave the Democratic Party, it is very important that you just don't go running over to the Republican Party because you and yourself is trying to, what is it called? Overcompensate for the time that you spent in the Democratic Party. This next woman, this is how I feel she is, because she's not really too savvy when it comes down to politics. Her husband has to explain everything to her like she's a 5-year-old. It's important for the people who are leaving the Democratic plantation not to run over to the Republican plantation in a way of overcompensation. Shout out to our brother John's son. She's remote controlled. Shout out to Black Rose. Thank you for being here. Much love to you. White supremacy exists in both parties. Exactly. That part right there. Let's go here, family.
These are the same people that had us calling Dr. Ben Carson a coon.
Before we continue, Dr. Ben Carson is a coon. As brilliant as the man is, don't get me wrong, he's a brilliant coon. A very intelligent coon, but a coon nonetheless.
Are we really shocked that Obama is endorsing Spanberger as Virginia governor over Winsome Sears? Are we shocked at all about this? Remember, I used to be one of them. Black Democrats aren't taught to glorify Black excellence. Instead, they identify it as a coon, a bootlicker, all that other ignorant racist shit that they...
Wait a second. Did this woman just equate Black excellence with being a coon? Like I said, it's important not to run from one plantation to the next. I don't know why they consider Winsome Sears a Black excellent. No, I don't know why. I don't know why. Shalom and salute to our sister C. Terry in the building. Much love to you, my sister. Thank you for being here. That's just really just weird.
Were taught by the Democratic Party, because both Dr. Ben Carson and Winsome Sears are the epitome of American
I'm no typical
excellence.
politician.
Excuse me? So a woman that's not even from the country is the epitome of American excellence. Are you sure about that? Ben Carson, I would say, okay, even though he's a coon, there is some Black excellence in there. Him being one of the predominant doctors in his field. I believe, I forget, he was one of the top doctors in this field for a reason. Because he performed, I believe it was brain surgery, something like that, in a certain type of way. The only person in this field to be able to do it in the way that he did it or something like that. Don't hold me accountable. I'm having an old N-word brain fart. Let's just put it like that. But Ben Carson, I'll give him his dues. I'll give him his flowers for his ability to showcase some sort of Black excellence. But he's also a Black American. This woman, she's not even from America, and you're telling me she's the epitome of Black excellence? Excuse me? What have she done that makes her the epitome of Black excellence? I don't think Black excellence, and this is just my opinion. Y'all let me know whether you feel the same way. You can't be excellent in Black while denigrating and disrespecting the Black excellence of the people who built this country. No. That doesn't make you a part of Black excellence. that excludes you from being black and excellent. Who is this woman? Oh, yeah, I already explained. A former Democrat. Go ahead.
I'm a first-generation American. Joined the Marines, graduated college as a working mom, raised a family, became a grandma. First woman elected lieutenant governor and helped Governor Youngkin lower taxes and improve education. I'm Winsome Earl Sears.
Instead of making these people like Ben Carson and Winston Sears
if you want a
role
United
models
States
for
Marine
black kids
who will
they
always
claim to
fight
care
for
so much
Virginia.
about, they
So now you want us to make two bootlicking coons, one foreign, one domestic. You want us to make them role models for our children? Are you hitting the meth pipe? You must have a Nabisco husband. I'm just so confused by your logic in this.
villainize them, they demonize them.
They outcast them and outcast us. The Democratic Party has Black America so fucked up and mind fucked that they can't recognize this.
Oh God. Oh God. First and foremost, the Democratic Party is messed up in itself. And Black Americans are the one that's messing it up. In the very same way that Black Americans is messing up this woman's run. Because we're not showing up for her. It's that damn simple. But notice how they do. If you don't show up for a Democrat, they try to make you out to be a Republican. You don't show up for a Republican, they try to make you out to be a Democrat. There's no in between. When we're sitting here telling you guys, hey, we're neither. Middle finger to both sides. Both of you people, both of you goddamn organizations, you deserve to burn. You deserve to go down with the ship like the band playing on the Titanic. You deserve to be underwater. We care not about either side. But they're quick to try to make it seem like, well, you Democrats got y'all so messed up. All the Republicans, the Black Republicans, they're so messed up. You both are messed up. You both are under a spell. The only ones who are not under a spell is foundational Black Americans who are sitting it out. And if we're not sitting it out, it's because someone has offered to give our community something. Someone is bringing us tangibles. I tell you, these people are really off their rockers. Shout out to Cherry Red. Thank you for being here, family. Much love to you. As well as our good sister Key Prince in the building. Much love to you, my good sister. Thank you for being here. These folks here have, I tell you, they're just as stupid as the Black Democrats. Black Republicans, Black Democrats, polar opposites of one polarized situation. But one and the same, still simple and plain.
He really cared anything about Black America and representation for Black people in this country. Winsome Sears, above all people, should have been the one. Think about it, Black.
So this woman is mad that Obama didn't give his endorsement to Winston Newsom. Do these people understand how these political parties work? They're just trying to manufacture outrage for something that shouldn't even really matter. Because Obama is a Democrat. Democrats endorse Democrats. In the very same way, Republicans endorse Republicans. I've yet to see, and I could be wrong, but I've yet to see a Democrat endorse a Republican and vice versa. And if it's happened, it doesn't happen on large scales. If it happens, it doesn't happen on a large scale. It happens very minimum if it does happen. But yet she's out here trying to, convince you to be upset that Obama, someone we don't rock with, endorsed another person we don't rock with, and not this woman who we don't rock with. You see what I'm saying, family? How loose in the brain these people got to be? How many pennies is rattling around in that brain, that skull of theirs? It makes absolutely no sense. But like I said, her husband has to explain everything to her like she's 5. So now we're knowing where all this is coming from. Let's go over here to this bootlicking, coon, tap dancing, switcher up type dude, Sheldon Daniels, excuse me. Let's hear what he has to say.
That's why you never see the media celebrate her. They know the moment her story spreads, the spell breaks. They can't afford for you to see yourself in the conservative, because then you might start asking what you've been sold by the Democrat Party. We're supposed to look like aliens to you. The hypocrisy is so obvious now. Obama lectures black men for not supporting Kamala Harris because of shared experiences, but then he goes and backs Spanberger over Sears because of shared politics.
Like I said, these folks, and he used to be a Democrat. This is why these people think that Obama should be going to endorse her. Because they are Democrats masquerading as Republicans. You know what we got to do, family? You know what we got to do? Someone called it out, so you know what we got to do, family.
Send in the clowns.
Because that's what we're seeing here, family. Notice, not one of these people, none of these melanated Magites are saying anything about Donald Trump not giving her his endorsement. But it's about Obama not giving her his endorsement. Let's go here, family. Let's read what Donald Trump had to say about Lusum Sears here. Let's go here. Donald Trump never felt good about Winston Sears. Always thought she was a phony. Now I find out she is. When I helped Youngkin with his race, endorsed him, and made a statewide tele-rally with hundreds of thousands of people on the call, he wrote me a very nice letter thanking me for the help. And then went on to say how to win without Trump. MAGA showed up big, but wasn't appreciated. Sorry, Winsome and Glenn, but we can't let that happen. This is what Donald Trump said. You're Republican president. Why aren't you black Republicans speaking up against your Republican president who's actually not really for Winsome? Why aren't y'all speaking up against your Republican president, Donald J. Trump, who just said, yeah, the same person that you out there trying to wave the flag for, who's trying to put a cape on for, he said, yeah, I always saw and thought she was phony. And I find out that she is. It's crickets. Y'all too busy worrying about Obama, who was president in 2008, to 2016. But the person who became president right after Obama, who is a Republican, Donald J. Trump, and who got back into the office after kicking out another Democrat, Joe Biden, y'all not bringing this smoke to him whatsoever. Now, this isn't me taking up for Obama or nothing like that, because we all know Obama is Obama for a reason. But my point is very clear here. Why aren't you going after the president, the sitting president? Why aren't you speaking up on him not being a person to endorse this woman? It's just very, very telling, if you ask me. A B1 salute, shalom to our sister Tampa Bay in the building, as well as our brother Eric Ward. Much love to the both of you. Thank you for being here. Family, it's so bad that these people are upset that the NAACP has decided to go and endorse Abigail here, the Nabisco, over Lusum, and she's a black woman, quote unquote. It says right here, but the NAACP will, call anybody black who sides with Trump a sellout. The NAACP endorses the white candidate for Virginia governor over the black candidate because the black candidate has the wrong letter by her name. This is beyond embarrassing. The organization should be disbanded immediately. Wait a minute. The organization should be disbanded? Well, why? Because they're not supporting your Democrat candidate? Family, when foundational Black Americans are saying that the NAACP should be disbanded, it's not because of the fact that they're endorsing one candidate over the other. It's because that they are endorsing people in general, and they shouldn't be endorsing anybody. It's actually against the law for them to be endorsing people, but they're endorsing it. They're endorsing people. Well, not against the law, but against what is it called? What is it called? Their nonprofit status. But yet they're endorsing them. And they were working against the interests of foundational Black Americans. That's why our good brother Black Alpha and Afro Elite put together the the whole petition in order to take away their 501c3 status. That's why we did it. But when they do it, when these folks are trying to get the organization disbanded, it's because they're not getting their candidate selected. This is the dumb nonsense that these folks live with. This is what rattles in their brains. But okay, let's go here.
So the NAACP,
better yet, let's do this.
Is endorsing the liberal white woman in Virginia over the conservative Christian faith-filled Black woman in Virginia for candidate. The NAACP needs to be disbanded. This is an organization that I have no respect for, that at one time did so much for the African American experience in this country, has now become a laughingstock and a joke, has become an organization with no morals, no values, and doesn't represent the civil rights movement that were led by mostly a lot of Christian ministers. It has become a Marxist organization that endorses transgenderism, that destroys the Black community, that endorses everything demonic and evil about that's toxic about the Black community. You have a woman, they would endorse a white woman, a liberal white woman, over a black woman just because she has an R in front of her name and not a D in front of her name. If they were really about black people, they would endorse candidates based off policies. They would sit down and interview candidates and see what they have to offer the black community. But the NAACP has become an arm of the Democratic Party. They're not a real organization that makes any change. They're not helping homeless black people. They're not helping struggling black people. They are a joke as an organization. They've been a joke for a very, very, very long time. They've done nothing since the civil rights movement for black people. And they're trying to hold on to relevance by endorsing like anybody actually still cares about the NAACP.
Family, you heard what this coon had to say. I'm going to play a couple more coons, and then I'm going to have to read something to give a revelation to these folks who think that the NAACP is a black organization. Shout out to our brother William Aaron in the building. Much love to you, Shalom, and thank you for being here. Is there really anybody to cheer for in this sad situation? I'm going to be honest with you, my good brother. I would say no. There is nobody to cheer for. And the smartest thing that people in Virginia could do is to go in there and write in a candidate. I'm going to be honest with you. I wouldn't vote for either one of them. I would write my own name on there. I'll write Mickey Mouse before I write in any of those other people. Before I select any of those people. No. We could be ran by Disney if we need to. Damn that. Let's get over here to another coon and their statement about the NAACP not wanting this woman to be governor.
Winsome Earl Sears came to America from Jamaica with her father and was raised in the Bronx. A Marine veteran, wife, and mother, she made history as Virginia's first black woman lieutenant governor and is now running to be the state's first black woman governor. But instead of celebration, she's being ridiculed. D.L. Hewley mocked her hair as nappy, and the NAACP refused to endorse her. Barack Obama even supported her white Democratic opponent, Abigail Spanberger, the same man who once said about Kamala Harris, "She's one of us." If black voters believed Obama's standard, Sears would be the natural candidate of choice, a black woman married to a black man raising black children. But we rather believe Kamala Harris is the poster child for black women's leadership while having a white husband. Yet she's dismissed because she's a Republican. White Americans use politics as power. Black Americans have turned it into an identity. Winsome Earl Sears is challenging that, proving leadership doesn't have to wear blue to be black.
First and foremost, let me clear this up for you god dang tethers and god dang coons, buffoons, and god dang bootlickers. Let me clear this up so you guys can understand something. Very clear. When Obama says she's like us, speaking about Kamala, he wasn't meaning black. When he says she's like us, he wasn't even really meaning us. He was talking about his party. He was talking about their attachment to that party. He wasn't talking about because she's black. It might have sounded like that because that's how they wanted it to sound. It was more about her being a black Democrat when she wasn't black in the first place. Still, Democrat had the emphasis on it. It wouldn't even have mattered if it was a white woman. Obama would have went out there and said the same thing. Maybe not in the way that he worded it, but basically he would have made everybody understand that we need that white Democrat woman in office because she's more in line with what we want to do. And when he's talking about we, when he says us, he's talking about the Democrat organization. Because guess who was in the room when he was talking to those black men? A bunch of Democrats. But they recorded it in order to put it out to the world so that foundational black Americans who are not Democrat could see it. This shows that you guys have no understanding of what's going on. But let's continue. Shout out Elizabeth D. Thank you for being here. Much love to you.
So y'all know that old school saying, black people got to stick together? That one? Yeah, it turns out that right there does not count if you're talking about a black woman who just so happens to think for herself. Yeah, take a look at this here. In the beautiful state of Virginia, a black woman is not even able to get the support of, get this, the NAACP. Would y'all take a look at that right there? The National Association of Advancement for Colored People would rather stand behind a white liberal woman than a quote unquote fellow black sister. That's right, folks. There is nothing a liberal hates more than somebody who can think for themselves, especially if they happen to come in black skin. Yeah. These are their true colors. I mean, well, technically it does make sense because the NAACP is majority funded by people who look like her, basically.
Oh, but y'all couldn't see that when we was running around here saying that the NAACP does not represent black Americans. Nobody said nothing until now. Now all of a sudden everybody knows that, the NAACP was started and funded by Nabiscos. All of a sudden that matters. Let's get over here, family. Like I said, these people are just hypocrites. They contradict themselves left and damn right. But yet, the Nabisco woman says, what? We're just showing your hypocrisy. Conservatives are proving we don't give a crap about it. It has always been about merit. Yeah, we're not seeing the merit. Let's go here.
The NAA, y'all been some bullshit. And this right here is showing that. Because now, y'all whole thing been based upon black excellence. Supporting black excellence. Empowering black people. Elevating black people. But now, because Miss Winsome Earl Sears, now because she's a Republican running for governor in Virginia, y'all rather back Miss Abigail Spanberger because she's a Democrat? So the fact that Miss Winsome doesn't have the right letter behind her name, y'all don't want to support black people no more. So y'all ain't supporting the elevation of black people because she's a Republican. And y'all rather run over here and support Miss Abigail. What about how y'all been preaching about black excellence all these years? Huh? That's been the campaign. Supporting black people, elevating black people, empowering black people. Now you got a person that you can empower, you can elevate, you can support, but you don't want to empower her, you don't want to support her, you don't want to elevate her because she's a Republican. So you rather go against what y'all stood on in the empowering of black people. And I ain't, like I said, ain't got nothing to do with black and white, but this is what y'all stood on. So y'all showing it was never about if a person was black. It was never about empowering a black person as long as the black person is voting Democrat. That's what it's about. But as soon as you see a black person that's representing Republican, oh hell no, we ain't supporting that shit. Now we go against the very thing that we stood on all these years. That's some bullshit. That's hypocrisy. That's a spit in the face. That's a slap in the face. Like, what the fuck is y'all doing? Y'all got the chance to empower this black lady.
I'm sorry, family. It is hard to listen to this dude because every time I look up, it's like this man is spitting in between his damn braces. It's just irritating the hell out of me. It's this. Let's run it back a little bit.
That's what it's about. But as soon as you see a black person that's representing Republican, oh hell no, we ain't supporting that shit. Now we go against the very thing that we stood on all these years. That's some bullshit. That's hypocrisy. That's a spit in the face. That's a slap in the face. Like, what the fuck is y'all doing? Y'all got the chance to empower this black lady. Y'all got the chance to elevate this black lady. Y'all got the chance to put her in position to really help the people. But the fact that she's a Republican, y'all say fuck her. And I'm going to support Abigail Spanberger. Y'all are some bullshit. Y'all showing them if a person don't vote and believe the way y'all think politically, y'all ain't gonna support them either. Y'all doing the same fucking thing all these other black people doing as soon as they see somebody voting Republican.
Yeah, we shouldn't support anybody who don't believe in our style of politics if they don't want to bring us any type of tangibles. Why would we want to support people just because they're black? We didn't see where that leads. That road leads to a straight dead end, a cliff deeper than goddamn the oceans that I know of. How deep is the deepest ocean? I don't know, 50, 60,000 feet. The cliff is deeper than 100,000 feet. And y'all want us to go driving off that damn cliff just because she's black. Did y'all not get the message from the last goddamn 2024 elections? Did the mailman did not bring you the message? Where's Damon Wayans when you need him? Sorry, not Damon. Keenan Ivory Wayans when you need him. You should have been got that message. Y'all trying to send us backwards, and we're like, hell no. We're going forward, big baby. Let me go ahead and break this down for the people that don't understand it. Let's go here, family. This is the NAACP Albuquerque branch president, Harold Bailey, PhD. And he sent this letter, and it says, lastly, the NAACP is not a black organization. Is not a black organization. Is not a black organization. Many have this misconception. White people were at the table when the organization was founded. White people were at the table when the organization was founded. Historically and factually speaking, the national NAACP and the local branch fight to preserve and protect civil rights for all people. Who the hell is civil? Shout out to Dr. Claude Anderson. For the local branch to continue to grow, we need additional members to work with us while on this journey. I ask that one consider becoming a member. Join us to make Albuquerque better for all of us. Together, we advance. If not, please continue to inform us of any incidents that may be discriminatory in nature. Thank you. Respectfully, Harold Bailey, PhD, President of the NAACP. Family, these folks are trying to shame an organization that's telling you to your face. Oh, whoever said we was a black organization? Oh, no. See, that is a misconception that many people have. So why are y'all trying to shame them? Now, here's the thing. I'm all for dismantling the NAACP. I'm all for it. Like our brother Alpha says all the time, two people can do the exact same thing for two very different reasons. My reason will be because of the way that they don't run around supporting policies in order to elevate foundational Black Americans. My reason is because these folks, they actively fight against the Black grassroots. My reason is because of the fact that they're basically an arm of the Democratic Party. I will give that to the goddamn Republican that said that. However, it's more than them just being an arm of the Democratic Party. Their reason is because they didn't support the quote unquote Black woman who isn't really a Black woman, who's running for governor. Shout out to our sister FBA Queen. That's a great point. Messy Jesse's organization, Push, is not an FBA organization either. You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. And another question I would have, if you believe that this is the arm of the Democratic Party, which it is, why would you be running and complaining to them that they're not supporting the other Black candidate? Shout out to Curtis Price. The NAACP been brought in play for since the 60s and the Black Caucus. You're absolutely correct, family. You're absolutely correct. To hell with Messy Jesse. Oh, family. These folks just don't get it. And this is let's go here because this is the video where everybody's so upset about with Obama.
And I am proud to endorse Abigail Spanberger for governor. It won't happen without you. Every vote counts. So turn out and vote for Abigail Spanberger for governor on November 4th.
Oh, family. That got to hurt. You ain't getting endorsed by your sitting president. You're not getting endorsed by former presidents. Yeah, that got to feel pretty bad. But family, once again, let me say this one more time for the people in the back. Do not go from being a Democrat, walking off their plantation and sprinting over to the Republican plantation, because what you're going to end up doing is overcompensating for being a Democrat for however long that you chose to be a Democrat. And you start doing things that is outlandishly performative, and you start saying things that makes absolutely no damn sense whatsoever. Let me go here, family. They're now out here using "say her name" as if Winsome Newsom was unalived by a police officer. Say her name comes from the Black grassroots, speaking about police brutality in our community. But instead of trying to change that, you rather take our saying, our slogan, and use it for a person that really don't give two shits about you. Let's go here.
Say her name, Obama. Say it. Winsome Earl Sears. Say her name. Say it the same way you said Kamala's name when you were talking to all those young Black men and you were telling them that they had to absolutely vote for the Black woman. Say Winsome Earl Sears' name in the same way Kamala, Cam rolled off of your tongue. And when you say it this time, I want you to say it like you got some hot sauce in your purse. Or like Mike got some hot sauce in a jockstrap. Say it like it's just as important to you and to the whole entire future of Black America, like it was important that Kamala, Mamalia was important. Say her name, Obama. Winsome Earl Sears.
Family, do not be one of these type of boot-licking shine bones in the do not be one of these shine bones, family. Do not. Do not. Because nothing she said here made any sense, but all she knew was to take our slogan to try to put it onto a tether. Someone who said we need to get over slavery. Someone who equated slavery to DEI. You felt it necessary to do that? Exactly, FBA Queen. I bucking with a 7 head. She's giving tether. And this hurts my heart because we got the same kind of eyes, not the color eyes, but the same kind of eyes, you know, big, round, beautiful, long lashes. So she looked like somebody that could be somewhere down the line of my family members. And if she was, if I was able to be in a room with her, I would probably have to shake her by the shoulders and give her a good slap. Snap out of it. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? And everybody's calling it out. Popeyes. Grandma, please. Tether alert. Hairline alert. That's what mental derangement looks like. Shaking my head. Unbelievable. Say Beetlejuice 3 times. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. 22 head. Shout out to Always Bet on Black. Thank you for being here, my sister. Much love to you. Don't be no fisheye fool, family. And as somebody who was called a fish growing up, I take that to heart. If you're going to be a fisheye, you better be one of the fisheyes that stand on business. Don't be a fisheye fool. She needs to hush. Nah, Cherry, I ain't gonna replay that. I don't wanna, you know, dig into people's irritation systems. Shout out to our sister, Mrs. L, in the building. Much love to you and shalom, my good sister. Thank you for being here. Church, not the Jimmy to the cricket, Obama. Shout out. Not the same spirit and soul, church. I feel you 100-fold. 100-fold. Family, church's auntie. If she was my auntie, I would still have to shake her by the shoulders and give her a slap across the face. Get over yourself. What's wrong with you? I didn't want to do it, but I have to snap you out of it. You got to do that to your family sometimes. You got to bring them back into reality. Fisheye fool. That's straight Sister Esther, Sanford and Son. Yeah, hey. Hey, real stuff. Now, family, we didn't touch the bootlicks with pause. We didn't touch on what they had to say. Now let's get to what the grassroots had to say. Let's see what the family had to say. Let's go here.
The fact that y'all think we got to support people just because they're black is stupid as fuck. I saw the Republicans crying about the Virginia governor race. Why would black people support somebody who tied slavery to DEI? Also saw people talking about the NAACP and saying that they needed to endorse her. Why would we support somebody who isn't in line with the advancement of colored people? I was talking about that Southern Fried Rice show last week, and the creator got cooked on Twitter. Mind you, I watched both of the episodes last week. Why would you make the best friend pregnant? Then when people called you out on it, rather than address the concerns and actually listen to the valid criticisms that people presented, she just said that we didn't understand the art. Mind you, this was the second time she tried to release this shit. Somebody said supporting all black art is exactly how we ended up with Tyler Perry. And that's 100% spot on. The guy that made that fan base app did the same shit. When people brought up criticisms, I saw him lash out against black women. And then, now that I think about it, it also reminds me of when Keith Lee did that tour in Atlanta, and I guess the customer service or the food wasn't as good. And then people started bringing up the lack of customer service in the black community, particularly with black-owned restaurants in certain areas. People need to get it out of their head that just because somebody's black, we automatically need to support them. The fact that y'all think we got to support people just because they're black is stupid as fuck. I saw the
Now, family, I would agree with him to an extent. I would agree with him to an extent. I would agree that we should support, well, we shouldn't just support people because they're black. When it comes to politics, when it comes to business, that's something totally different. That's something totally different. And when I mean black, I mean foundational Black American, particularly from the B1 Rolodex. Yes, they should get our support and they should support us. That's just how it works. Black economics. Now, when it comes down to politics, that's something totally different. If they're not supporting us, we don't need to support them. If they're not bringing us any type of tangibles, we don't need to support them. See, with black businesses, the difference is if they do anything outlandish, all we got to do is pull our dollar. I don't have to go back to a restaurant if the hostess has been rude and the manager didn't want to correct her. I don't have to, whether they're a black business or not. Our good brother, Black Truth United, shout out to him. He did a fantastic breakdown on all things that black people should do as customers and as people who work in business in order to have a synergy, right? And if you haven't seen that video, I suggest you go to his page and check it out. And he's absolutely correct. There's many things that foundational Black Americans should be doing on both sides. As a customer, I should be understanding. I should understand that not everybody's going to get it right the first time. I shouldn't just be going off on people because I don't like the salad or something like that. If somebody made a mistake or they're going through something on a day and they come at us foul, we can talk to a supervisor. And if the supervisor does something or does nothing, then that's different than the supervisor doing something. We shouldn't be sitting there talking about, oh, I'm never going back there again. Because when you go and talk about other businesses, you don't treat them with the same type of scrutiny. Let's be very honest and very clear about that. But when it comes to politicians, oh yeah, everybody should have the same energy for these folks. If you're not refusing to bring us any type of tangible, guess what? You don't get any type of vote. That's not the same thing. So I would agree with him partially on that. I just want to make it very clear. Now, I'm not saying if you're being disrespected at a black restaurant that you should give them, or you should go back and give them another chance. But I'm saying that it isn't the first time that a business disrespected Black Americans and Black Americans still choose to go and rock with those businesses, namely the Korean hair shops, namely the nail shops, namely, I can go on and on. The liquor stores, the goddamn corner stores, the goddamn swap meets. If you are willing to give these people chance after chance, you should be willing to give your people chance after chance. or find somebody within our community that gives the same goods and services, and then you go and give them a shot. Exactly, Elizabeth. The braiding shops, so on and so forth. If you don't like one Black-owned business, foundationally Black-owned business, you should go to another foundationally Black-owned business that offers the same services. But don't just use that as an excuse to now not shop Black because somebody might have said something you didn't like. Or done something that you didn't like. Shout out to our sister FBA Queen. Once again, FBAs are not only delineating, we're cleaning house, detethering, decooning, decrackering. The decrackering got me. It is time for our house to be pristine. And I agree with you 100% fold. As a matter of fact, shout out to you for that comment, family. Now, let's get over here. Oh, shout out to our sister, Mrs. L. She said, exactly, 100. I have a FBA mobile mobile braiding / stylist that comes to the house. Shout out to that person there because she's going to her clients and she's making sure that her clients feel appreciated. Mrs. L, it seems like she feels appreciated, and I'm glad she does. And by doing that, by taking the extra step, you'll forever have a client. If a Black business act a fool, I'll ask to talk to the owner on the side to tell them my view on something that's wrong. I just stopped going to non-FBA businesses if they act up. No, I'm with you 100-fold. I'm with you 100-fold. I remember when I first moved out here from California and I wanted some oxtails. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to this Jamaican spot. I'm looking up different spots online and there's a couple of Jamaican spots. And I'm like, okay, there's this one Jamaican spot that I started going to that was a ways away, probably about 10 miles away from my house. And it's a Jamaican spot or whatnot. And they've never been rude or anything like that. They've always been nice and all this other stuff. So, I support them. But I found another Jamaican spot that's right up the street from my house called Grace Cafe. And I read the reviews on both. And the Grace Cafe, they had some pretty good reviews. And the other Jamaican spot that I went to had some pretty good reviews. Better reviews than Grace Cafe, but I decided, you know what? Grace is right up the street. Let me give her a shot. I go in there and I meet the owner. The owner is behind the register or whatnot, and with the little white girl back there. And it was weird to me seeing a white girl at a Jamaican spot, but I'm from California, so I'm like, maybe that's just the way people do things out in Houston. I don't know, but I ordered me some oxtails. I'm like, I heard you guys got some of the best oxtails in the city. And she looked at me like I was a piece of shit. I mean, when I said a piece of shit, I mean like somebody walked in with the most foulest shit smelling, let's say from goddamn Ghana or something, the foulest smell ever. She looked at me like, ugh, and walked to the back. This is after I paid already, mind you. Man, I got my food. I tried that food. It was all right. It wasn't even worth the freaking 15, 20 bucks I spent on the plate. And I told myself, you know what? I'm going to stop going there. Not only is her food mediocre, but that woman had the nerve to look at me like I was a piece of ish, and I'm sitting there giving her compliments and I'm supporting her business. And since then, haven't been back. That's just what it is. You don't disrespect me and think that I'm going to continue to give you money. Now, if she was a sister, if she's from the lineage, I would say maybe she's going through something. Maybe she's having a bad day. Let me try on another day. Maybe she'll have a different, attitude. The fact of the matter is, I gave her an opportunity and she disrespected me. I would rather continue. If I'm going to give somebody continuous opportunities, I would rather it be foundational Black Americans. That's just what it is. So thank you for that comment, my sister, because yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm absolutely with you on that. Reparations Nation says, I had to scold my mother about this the other day. She went to the Arab fish spot because the FBA barbecue spot wasn't open. And I told her, Mom, there are 3 other FBA restaurants in the area. Shout out to you, my brother. I feel you 100-fold. That's what we got to do. We just got to hold each other accountable in that sense. You know what I mean? So I do get what he's trying to say. I'm just saying you got to give your people a little bit more grace because they give each other grace. The Jamaicans give other Jamaicans grace. The Haitians give Haitians grace. The Mexicans give Mexicans grace. Why the hell shouldn't we be giving our people grace and opportunity? Y'all laughing, but I'm so serious. I am so serious. Let's go here, family. Because I want to remind you, remember when I told you that Winston had no problem pretending to be Black American, even when she was, told that she's Black American. She didn't say no, I'm Jamaican. Let's go here, family.
And you might become even more historic if you become the first African-American woman governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia. Tell my audience a little bit about you and why you should be the next governor.
Well, first of all, where are my manners? Thank you so very much, Major, for having me. And to your audience, good afternoon, good morning, good evening.
Winsome Earl Sears is cosplaying as a Black American candidate. She did not correct him one time when he said, this is my African-American guest. She's Jamaican. She was born in Kingston and moved to America at the age of 5. Where is the African-American at? Tell me. These people pick and choose when they want to be Black, right? She's choosing to be a Black American today because she feels like it's beneficial in supporting her to win whatever election, this government election that she's participating in. And Jamaicans told us numerous times over and over that they don't identify as Black. So why is she claiming Black if she's not Black? It's because it's beneficial to her. If you check the polls, though, she's losing by double-digit numbers up in the polling, right? The other lady, Abigail, is beating her by double digits. But my point is that they pick and choose when they want to be Black American, like it's a costume, when it's actually an ethnicity, and you have to have lineage connected to the United States, right? ADOS, American descendants of slaves, right? She has no connection or lineage to this land, but yet use that costume to try to benefit from it. Because I wonder how much support she will receive if she went out there and said that she was a Jamaican American, or she's from Jamaica, because she was born in Jamaica.
In case you haven't noticed, I am Black and I have been Black all my life.
Nah, you've been Jamaican, and that's cool. And see, I don't have a problem with people saying they're Black because racially they are Black. But when you're in America and you're using I'm Black, that actually means something. And it tends to mean that you're ethnically Black. And people only say that because they know that ethnic Black Americans, foundational Black Americans, we have a say in this country because we built it. And that's why you hear all these people say, well, I'm Black and I feel A, B, and C. Because they know that if you say, well, I'm Jamaican and I feel A, B, and C, they're going to be like, hey, you ain't got, no, shut up. You ain't got nothing to say about this. Well, I'm Haitian and I think A, B, hey, Haitian, this ain't got nothing to do with you. We're talking about Black American issues. I'm not in Haiti telling Haitians how to run your government. I'm not in Jamaica telling Jamaicans how to run your government. Even if I wanted to, I don't think they would let me. You see the way that they did Marcus Garvey. And I grew up a Garveyite. I read almost all of Garvey's books. And to be honest with you, I wasn't against Garvey and nor wasn't against what he was preaching. I didn't have a problem with Garvey. The problem that I had is that the fact that Garvey, once he left here, his own Jamaicans wouldn't even put him in office. The problem that I had is that Garvey died in goddamn London when he wanted to get things popping for his people over there in Jamaica. That tells you there's something to be said about the differences between the Jamaican continent, the Jamaican state, country, whatever, island, versus foundational Black Americans here in America. Because Garvey was able to come here and get things popping. Garvey was able to bring people together, even though we were already together. He was just able to galvanize them under his banner. But that's nothing different because many folks during the time was already galvanizing under the banner of Blackness. We was already coming together as Black Americans because really we didn't have no other option. Garvey just came and he rolled that wave. Noble Drew Ali was over here putting in work just like Elijah Muhammad was putting in work. You got to give these people credit. But when you look at the situation, yeah, you see why they would rather say, I'm a Black and I think this. Well, I'm Black too, and I think this. When many of them wasn't never calling themselves Black until recently. They just realized that that is the cheat code. Prayers for JA, Jamaica, man. I send my love and prayers to the rioters out in Jamaica who's standing on business out there. And I definitely don't wish nothing, no type of harm upon them, especially with this hurricane that just hit over there. But we're going to get to that too. Garvey died with a broken heart. Yeah, absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct. Yes, his people turned on him. And that has to be the saddest thing. And do you see a pattern, family? Marcus Garvey, his people turned on him. Dessalines, the Haitians turned on him. We're the only group of people that don't turn on our dang leaders, the people who actually fight for us, the people who has fought for us. And that's why these other folks will come to this country and think it's okay to denigrate and disrespect those leaders. Shout out Sharon C. Thank you for being here, family. Much love to you, as well as Marcus in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here, family. Let's go here, family. Exactly. We honor our writers. I don't know what is the difference on these folk. I want to give a shout out to our brother Nas Escobar, because Winston Sears says, I remember when Barack Obama told Black men to support candidates who grew up like us. So what changed, Barack? Our brother Nas says, you are a tether. Obama is a tether. We don't take advice from tethers. His condescending advice in that video did not help the fake Black Indian woman in the last election. After Essence, Black Americans are waking up to the foreign invasion of Black immigrants, not like us. Shout out to our brother Nas Escobar for that. Also, shout out to Elizabeth D. Thank you for your super chat. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution, family. We would never get this opinion from the New York Times, and that's why you got to stay plugged in to the new black media. We ain't the old dead media. We're not the lamestream media, and we're not no lamestream media apologists. We stand on foundational black American business. That's it. That's all. Much love to you, my sister. I appreciate your contribution. Family, let's go here, because you know the sassy people had to get in on it too. So I want to give the sassy ones their little get.
Has previously said that she does not think that gay couples should be allowed to marry. She has said that she is, quote unquote, morally opposed to same-sex.
Trump is not an outlier. There are so many stupid politicians, bro. There are so many of these motherfuckers. They should ask her to define discrimination, to be honest. Because how can't you not see that not letting gay people get married is discrimination? And there was another clip in this debate where she didn't know how solar energy worked. She said, what happens when the sun goes down?
My opponent's only plan is solar and wind. Well, what happens when the sun goes down? There is nothing.
This woman did not. I forgot all about that part. Oh, family, that right there is just gold. She said, what happened when the sun goes down with solar energy? It's just nothing. Like everything just goes dark when the sun goes down. Shout out to our good brother Iron Will in the building. Why Sears' hair always looked like she was in a Ferrari or Jaguar switching 4 lanes. Oh, family, you don't know how right you are. Every damn picture I went through trying to find. I don't like to show go out of my way to put up ugly pictures of people, right? But god dang it, it was hard not to find a picture where her hair wasn't everywhere. That's why I just went to the picture that I chose, because god dang it, every other picture that I saw, her hair was literally like Doc from Back to the Future. Bull stuff you not. Oh man, shout out to our brother Iron Will. Thank you for being here. Shalom, as always, my good brother. Let's let him continue.
Like, what the fuck is you talking about, bro? She think all energy just go dark. Nigga, cut out all the lights. These are the people who worry about having guns. These people that masquerade as being smart individuals, but they have no common sense.
My opponent has previously said that.
Hey, shout out to him, family. Antithesis says she got that 90s Al Sharpton do. The blown out perm. Shalom to Ach in the building. Much love to you, family. Thank you for being here. Oh, man. Oh, wowzers. But she wants to be governor. You can't make this up. I'm telling you, the Most High wrote this with his own beautiful, powerful hands. Because, god dang it, the tears are falling. Let's go here, family.
You want to know what I'm sick of? People telling me as a black woman and as a Virginian that I should vote for Winston Earl Sears because she's a black woman like I am. All skin folk ain't kinfolk, baby. Harriet Tubman couldn't rescue everybody. Do I got some respect for Winston Earl Sears? Yes, because she is, 1, a black woman. 2, she did serve as a Marine, which is very hard for anybody to do. And 3, because she did raise her children. But conservatism has never benefited black people.
Wait a second, I gotta ask, who the hell else was supposed to raise their children? Like you give, I don't like when people give honor and glory for the most everyday thing that people are supposed to do. I give her respect because, you know, I was with her for it. She's a black woman. Okay, I can understand that. She served. Okay, I can understand that. Thank you for your service. I can understand you giving her respect for that. But her raising her kids, that's what you're supposed to do as a parent. That's what you're supposed to do as a parent. Who in the hell else is supposed to raise her children for her if she's not, if she didn't do it? I'm not going to pat you on the back for doing the job that you were supposed to do. That's your child. It came out of you. Shout out to Sharon C. She said, true, and love doing it. Exactly. Exactly. A parent will truly love their position if they truly love their children. And they will do every and anything to make sure that they're going to be raised in the way that they don't have to worry about nothing when they leave outside of those doors. We're going to get back to her. I just have to ask that question. She said that as if somebody else could have been raising her children for her and it wouldn't be looked down on. So what? Who else is supposed to be raising them? That's your job as the parent. That's like somebody telling me, hey, man, I got to give you props. You a good father. You raised your son. I'd be like, yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do as a father, is raise my son. What I don't even understand the praise. Shout out to our sister Andrea Jones for the Cashapp donation. I appreciate your contribution as always, my good sister, and your donation is blessed tenfold. Let's let her continue.
Never.
At least she's
Conservatism
warm.
means traditional and to stay the same. If conservatives remained in power, I would be in the house running for massa. Okay? Me, a black woman, I'm not voting for Winston Earl Sears because she's a black conservative. And black and conservative should never be in the same sentence. You want to?
Oh, okay. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But think about it. They be nannies for white people's children. Okay, white people's children. I get it. That's why. All right. She ain't out there raising somebody else's kids. She's raising her own. Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Family, let me show you why it matters that we keep this nonsense away from us. We're out here saying we want all these illegals out of our country because, you know, they shouldn't be here. And 2, they pull in from our resources. And 3, they're causing havoc and bringing crime to our communities. And you have another Jamaican-born judge by the name of Sarah Ellis, who has ordered the U.S. Border Patrol Commander Gregory Bavino to brief her on his activities in person every evening at 6 p.m. The Democrat judge acknowledged this requirement will make it basically impossible to effectively do his job. To effectively do his job. And shout out to our brother Nas Escobar once again. He says, do y'all see these foreign Jamaicans are the problem in America? I'm not going to say all of them. These foreign Jamaicans in political positions. Outright disrespect followed by getting in the way of us protecting America from illegal alien criminals. I want to also show you this. This good sister here. First, I'll show you this. Let's go here. This sister said, wanted to have my wedding here, but unfortunately, an African man owns it through his organization, and it's no longer open to the public. Madam C.J. Walker's mansion. These folks come here, say that they don't want to be us, but they cosplay us. They say they're doing better than us, but yet they're on majority of the assistance is going to them and white women. And yet they come here and they purchase things that have to do with our history, heritage, and customs, culture, and everything else. In the very same way that the god dang Tether came over, teamed up with the Nabisco and purchased essence. These folks are purchasing parts of our history to try and co-opt our history. I wouldn't be surprised if that lion Tether, who purchased this place and shut it down, will then move on later on in life to say that he's a descendant of Madam C.J. Walker. The house is still in the family. Oh yeah, family, you got to understand how these people think. These Tethers are desperate. They're desperate. So don't let it be, over your head that they would do something like that, because they're out here doing everything in their power to destiny swap with us. Now, let's read what Malcolm Luther said. Africans cry about the British owning their artifacts, but come to America and delight in an African being in possession of a piece of Black American heritage, because this African person said jealous much. Oh yeah, this is why this is an issue. And this is why people are making sure that this Lusum Earl Sears is not getting into office. As a matter of fact, let's talk about Winsome or Lusum. Lusum came out and she gave her, prayers and love to the folks dealing with the hurricane in Jamaica. Let's get over there. Shout out to Anthony Smith. Thank you for being here, family. Much love to you. Criminal illegals been harming FBAs. Think of black on black crimes. I would say a lot of the black on black crimes, I feel like it ain't really the same thing that they put it out to be. But yeah, I actually agree with that. I actually agree with that 100-fold. Oh yeah, Lusum. Let's get to what Lusum had to say.
Hello, everyone. I'm Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earl Sears, Lieutenant Governor of our great Commonwealth of Virginia. And today we know that Melissa, a hurricane category 5, is beginning its course over the island in which I was born, Jamaica. I am a citizen now of our great United States, and I just wanted to ask for a prayer for Jamaica. I'm reminded when these natural disasters happen that sometimes we always blame God, but if we think about the book of Job in our Bible, we know that according to chapter 1 and verse 1 of Job, that it says fire came from heaven, but the people thought that it came from God just because it came from heaven, and we know that that was not the case. That was not the case. And so we have a hurricane, and I'm told that this hurricane is worse than what happened with Katrina. And as you know, if the Louisianans took so long to recover from Katrina, how then can a small island with less resources like Jamaica recover? It will have to be prayer. And this is when you realize that you really have no power, that you have no power to stop a hurricane. No, all the money in the world can't do it. Couldn't do it here. And with all the hurricanes and the cyclones and all tornadoes that we've suffered in America and earthquakes and all, that's when you realize that there is a greater power. And so you don't go and ask someone who doesn't have the ability for $1 million. No, you know that they have more than 1 million, and so you ask. And so that's why we humbly ask the God of heaven to please help the people of Jamaica. Help them, Father. And I ask in the same way that I asked for the flood victims of Texas, when so many children, so many lives were lost. And we asked for the Lord's help then. And, you know, the Bible does tell us that things that are done are for our good and for the Lord's glory. And I've got to tell you, many times you don't feel like it's good. It doesn't feel good. And you cannot see how the Lord could possibly get glory out of it. But either he's God or he's not. And so we ask you, Lord, for good. We ask you that you stop the hurricane right now and that it goes away and it doesn't get to any of the other islands either, that it just dissipates. And we know you're a God of miracles, that you can do it. You're the same God that parted the Red Sea. You're the same God who can do all of these wonderful things. So we ask you for all of these things. In Jesus' name.
Family, y'all out here roasting this woman. I am not. Give me the silly. Oh, man. Well, Iron Will says, God dang it, she just sits down in a chair and tell her stylist, give me the color purple. That right there, that is it. Give me the silly. Oh, man, family, do you know? And I said prayers to Jamaica. I want to see the writers get their homeland correct. You know, I don't want anybody to, you know, live under the oppression of anybody. That's who we are as foundational Black Americans. We tend to have empathy for other people. But do you know, while we're having empathy for these folks, you got tethers over here from Jamaica disrespecting us as if we're just over in Jamaica disrespecting the whole of Jamaica? Apparently, some people got stuck in Jamaica. I don't know why they would want to go on vacation while there's a hurricane coming, but some people did. And because of the hurricane, some people are stuck over there. Well, apparently, they wasn't liking the way that the hotels and resorts that they were staying at started changing the way their food was rationed. So instead of giving them the luxury lunches and stuff like that that they would usually make, they started giving people rations of food, you know, muffins in the morning and like a bunch of different sorted vegetables in the afternoon or whatever the situation may have you. I'm going to show you what the situation looked like. However, there were people upset with that because, and rightfully so, if you're spending a certain amount of money because they're charging you extra to stay there now that the hurricane's there, they didn't went up on their damn prices, you should be able to at least eat. And I don't mean eat a bunch of rationed food. But let's go here, family. This Jamaican woman thinks that it's foundational Black Americans and, you know, the tourists. She's blaming us for a bunch of nonsense that she didn't even do the research on. And when I say she didn't do the research, I'm going to show you why I could say she didn't do the research. Because the people that she's speaking about wasn't even Black Americans. But let's get into it. She got that Amazon Prime wig. She took it straight out the box and said, yep, this is what I'm wearing today. Oh, man, let's get into it. Matter of fact, I'm going to speed her up a little bit, just a little bit.
As a Jamaican woman who has not heard from my father in Jamaica in over 24 hours, coming onto this app and seeing Americans in Jamaica try to capitalize off of the worst natural disaster that my country has ever seen is one of the most disgusting fucking things I've ever seen in my life. And I'm so fucking tired of America. I'm tired of Americans who seem to be unable to care about the world if it is not in direct relation to themselves.
Why should we care about people such as yourself? Well, you just said that literally you came over here to benefit off of what my ancestors built over here. And yet you're so tired of America. You're so tired of Americans. You don't have empathy for us here, but you expect us to have empathy for you guys abroad. Okay, go off.
A hurricane has hit Jamaica. Let me try and figure out how to make this about me. Every fucking single one of these people are in resorts. One of the biggest reasons why the country is going to shit, safe and comfy in their beds, gallivanting in these fucking resorts with other Jamaican people who are not out there with their fucking families, but stuck in a fucking resort catering to fucking spoiled, narcissistic motherfucking tourists.
No, the reason why Jamaica is the way it is because you don't own nothing. You Jamaicans don't own the resorts. You just work at them. Just like you don't own your beaches. Just like you don't own your ports. Foundational Black Americans has nothing to do with any of that. The fact that you don't like that Jamaicans have to work at these resorts in order to make a livable wage, that should be something that you go back to Jamaica and deal with. Why in the hell are you here wagging your jerk-infested fingers at us? Family, is that not counterproductive? If you have an issue with Jamaica, go to Jamaica and fix the issue. You say you haven't heard from your dad. Your dad is in Jamaica. Why aren't you in Jamaica? Just a question.
I'm fucking tired of it. People have lost their homes. They have lost family members. Some of us don't even know where our family members are right now. And you decide to fucking try and capitalize off of a natural fucking disaster. I am tired of living in this fucking world filled of these narcissistic ass people. I'm tired. They are incapable of caring about the world if they themselves are not affected. Some of these freaking idiots decided to go to this country even knowing that there could be a hurricane. That is how fucking selfish and self-absorbed these people are. I'm tired. I'm so tired of this shit. I'm so tired of this country. I'm so tired of these fucking selfish values.
Good. Go home. Go visit your father. Go find your father. I guess this would be Finding Nemo in reverse. Go find Popo. I don't know. Go home. We're tired of people like you. Why can't we just get all of the people like our brother, Kid Gravity? Can we get just all the on code people over here, please? Let all the off code people go back.
That have seemed to permeated the fucking world. So much so that people have no sort of barometer when it comes to what is fucking appropriate. All that matters is you get fucking attention and views on social media. I'm tired. I'm tired. People have died. People are dying. People don't know where their loved ones are. People don't have food. People.
It's funny that she says all y'all trying to do is get attention on social media. Y'all been doing that for how long now? Bringing up the FBA name. Where we turn, there's FBA this, FBA that, FBA xenophobic, FBA is the white supremacists of the Black community. Like, isn't that exactly what you guys be doing? I'm just confused. Shout out to our sister Faith Speaks Life in the building. Thank you for being here, as well as your Cash App donation. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution as always, my good sister. Also, shout out to Sun Lord. Much love to you. Thank you for being here, family. Exactly. Yet she's on social media. You ain't heard from your father, and instead of trying to get in contact with somebody on that side, you're over here on social media wagging your little musty finger at us. Shout out to our sister Key Prince. She said, not much to go to now, so be humble, sit down, shut up, projecting. Absolutely. Let's let her continue.
People don't have homes anymore, and still you locked up in this resort thought that it would be a good idea to come online and vlog about it. Vlog about these fucking people, vlog about Jamaican people who work in these resorts catering to your ass. I'm tired. I'm so tired. I'm tired of these people.
Who told them folk to go and work at the resort to cater to anybody? Why don't you just build your own resort? You can cater to whoever you want to. Why don't you start a different business and, do that instead of work at the resort? Obviously, people are working at the resort because it's good money. And people have to sustain their living conditions, correct? You're basically saying, I can't believe, and these people, they're stuck there having to do a job. Yes. Even in times of crises, you have to do your job. That's just what it is. If I'm snowed into a hotel room, guess what? That god dang resort that I'm at, it's got to do its job. It's got to feed me. It got to make sure I have fresh linens, because I'm still paying at the end of the damn day. Shout out to our brother Antithesis for your super chat. I appreciate your contribution as always, my good brother, and I bless this contribution tenfold, family. Really, I'm just really. This chat is lit. 100%. 100%. Y'all been going off in this chat. I'm just really so goddamn tired of hearing these folks, to be honest with you. You tired of us, we tired of you, so do us both a favor and just go. Just go. Now let me play this clip from this other Caribbean chick, and she's not even Jamaican, but she wants to make sure that you watch your mouth when you speak about Jamaica. Let's go here, family.
Americans, whoa there. Please watch your mouth when you're talking about the Jamaicans, okay? I'm not Jamaican, but I'm a West Indian woman, and what you're all not gonna do is try to fearmonger and spread weird narratives about the country. You don't know anything, and it's 2025 and your ignorance is showing. One thing about the Caribbean, disaster preparedness is a way of life. We've been doing it since we were kids. Two, most houses are reinforced by steel and are built with concrete. It's not the Weetabix houses you guys have. Three, when in times of disaster, people know how to come together and help each other. They're not fighting each other in Walmart for toilet paper and rations. We have more autopsy than that. We come together and we help each other. Four, your fear-mongering, tragedy porn, kink fetish, whatever it is y'all have, where you just like are so gleeful when bad things happen to people and you use that as an opportunity to be performatively good, keep that somewhere else. Jamaicans will deal and cope with tragedy however they see fit. If you didn't want your thoughts and prayers to elevate their spirits, keep them. If you want to be mad at people making jokes, cool, keep it to yourself. Because if we see you say anything about Jamaicans, I'm telling you, the rest of the Caribbean will gather and get you together. So
First and foremost, you know what? Let me let her finish.
if you want a nice time, watch your mouth. The things that you guys are saying and posting and commenting are making it so evident that you are highly ignorant and you are not beating the stereotype. If you don't know about another culture, if you don't know about another country, is silence not an option? Ta gueule, pe bouche zola. Tu vas parler trop. Shut it. Keep your thoughts and prayers to thoughts and prayers. Okay? A lot of you are not going to be the allegations that you are performative as hell. You're more concerned about looking like a good person than actually being a good person. These are human beings going through something very terrifying. Shut up.
All right, family. First and foremost, it's people such as yourself that make it worse for people over there that's actually going through something. It's people such as you that make people such as myself say, you know what? I don't give a fuck. With the hard F-U-Q, capital Q. Because of people like you. You talk so damn bold in a country that you're not supposed to be in. Your country is somewhere else. But you're in our country trying to speak to us as if the Caribbeans will come together and get us together. Ain't nobody getting Foundation of Black Americans straight. We straighten you. We're not in your homeland to get straight. We're in our homeland, and anybody do the straightening, it's us that does the straightening around here. That's number one. Number two, since you guys know how to come together in a time of tragedy, why haven't all the Caribbean people in America gotten together, flown their ass over there to Jamaica, and started doing some hands across America stuff, rebuilding houses and helping the people out there in Jamaica? Miss, we come together. You know who this remind me of? Of that goddamn Mexican that was sitting there talking about, oh, and I just put out a video clip, a premiere about this the other day. The Mexican talking about, Mexicans don't need Black Americans. We got Nicaraguans. We got Guatemalans. We got El Salvadorians. We got all these people who are willing to unite with us. So we don't need to unite with the Black Americans. And I said, what? Okay, I'm glad you all united. So when Tom Homan come and deport all y'all asses, you won't be alone. You'll be united. Same thing applies here. Why the hell haven't you Caribbeans gotten together, put your little funds together, and start sending money over to the Jamaicans? Why haven't y'all gotten together, put together a little trip, flew your ass over there, and start doing humanitarian efforts? Why are you here on the internet trying to disrespect the people in this country that has nothing to do with that country over there? Why? And you want to call us performative? You're looking highly performative if you ask me. Shout out to On Leah's. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. They're too busy spending Hussein Bolt's money that they stole. Cold for that. Oh, snap. One sister was on TV complaining because they charged $200 and no service or power in the hotel. Exactly. And other folks was complaining because of the fact that even though they were paying a reasonable amount after the storm hit, they're being charged $200 to $300 over the original charges that they were being charged to begin with because the storm is there. Family, this woman want to talk about performative. Let's go here. You got these folks talking all this nonsense, and of course, it wouldn't be a party of tethers if the UK tether didn't come out of nowhere speaking on something that had nothing to do with her. Let's go over here, family.
Hey guys, so a lot of tourists on TikTok are unhappy that they have had to extend their stay in Jamaica during the hurricane, and the hotels are charging them a fee of anywhere between $250 to $450 a night. So loads of you will obviously know that there has been a devastating hurricane in Jamaica, and if tourists were unable to leave the island before the hurricane hit. They had to extend their stay essentially. And so a lot of them feel as though the hotel are taking advantage of their predicament by insisting that they pay a nightly fee. If you can't afford to pay the $250 to $450 in some cases per night, if you can't afford to pay that, the hotels are then locking them out of their room and directing them to a shelter, or just basically saying you're on your own from here if you can't afford to pay. What are your opinions on that? A lot of people are saying they didn't intend for the extra costs. They don't have the extra $350 a night. It is starting to get expensive. Some people are on their 5th day of extending their trip and they just can't afford it. Hotels have costs, and hotels do have to pay their staff. They have to pay for food, electric, bill. They have to pay for these things. However,
let me be very clear with you. The hotel is already able to pay those things without trying to hike up the goddamn price. Everybody's stuck in the same location, and those people still have to do a job. They're still going to be paid, because guess what? We still have to pay, or the people there, they still have to pay in order to stay in those damn rooms. So if they have to pay to stay in those rooms, then they're making the money to pay their staff. There is no reason for them to try to boost the damn amount that you're charging people by $200 to $300. You're price gouging in the middle of a goddamn hurricane. Shout out to Frida Claxton. I hope I got that right. I bet they're still out trying to sell shells and bees to tourists on the shoreline. I don't know what their sales tactics are, but I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest with you. I saw this dude riding through the damn flooded water in Jamaica on a big rig bicycle. This man took a regular goddamn bicycle with the banana seat and put 2 big ass tires on it and was riding through the damn. I ain't gonna lie, that's creative as hell, innovative as hell. But he was using that to ride through the damn water. Salute and shalom to our sister Sybil in the building. Much love to you. Shout out to us. So she said, y'all wonder why nobody respects y'all shady butts. Exactly. Things like this. Let's continue. Shout out to our brother Warrior Cherub in the building. Much love to you.
a lot of these hotels are multi-million pound profit hotels. So I don't really care either way. I'm so sorry. A lot of tourists had the option to go home early. They decided they didn't want to. I do feel for the tourists that did want to go home early and they couldn't get.
So you're telling me that tourists had the opportunity to go home, and first you said they chose not to. But the fact of the matter is, many of them didn't choose anything. They couldn't get the flights. All the other flights got canceled. So the people who were able to get on those flights immediately, they got out of there. The people whose flights were postponed and then later canceled, you can't sit there and say, well, you know, they chose not to. It wasn't about choice. It was about them being able to get on the damn plane itself. And then also for the people who chose not to get on the damn plane during the storm, I can understand why you wouldn't want to get on a plane and fly when there's a storm, a hurricane heading towards the island. Wouldn't it be better to just stay safe and stay there until the storm is overblown and then you go home? I'm just saying. Now, me, myself, personally, I wouldn't be in Jamaica anyway because a hurricane was coming. We all knew a hurricane was coming. A hurricane was on the rise. So I wouldn't have went there. But for the people who did, I'm not going to sit there and say I don't feel bad for them. No, damn that. They still got caught in the damn hurricane. And just like I feel bad for the Jamaicans that was caught in the hurricane out there that lost their houses and lost their livelihoods, I wouldn't sit here and then say, well, you guys decided to stay out there, so that's on you. Why didn't you reinforce your house? This one Jamaican lady said that you got concrete and steel reinforcing your house so you didn't lose your house. So I'm not going to feel bad for you. No, that's stupid. That's a lack of empathy. Let's let her continue.
A seat on the plane. The most important thing is that hotels are looking after Jamaicans. And so for the Jamaicans that have...
Oh, so the most important thing is that the hotels look after Jamaicans, not their paying customers. I'm going to be honest with you. I could see, I would say, hey, the hotel should be taking care of both the people who have paid and the people who need service. The people who lost their house and the people who are paying to be there. I would, if I had a hotel and there was a hurricane and I'm in Jamaica, let's say I own a hotel in Jamaica, and I saw that several people have lost their huts, lost their houses, lost whatever during this hurricane, and I have free rooms available, I would take in as many Jamaicans as I could to make sure they're safe. But that's me. I'm a foundational Black American. I have empathy. But you guys are running around here acting as if you guys have empathy, talking like this.
Been displaced by the hurricane. I think hotels should be taking them in, but I'm not really that bothered about the tourists. But what are your thoughts? Do you feel like it is wrong for hotels to take advantage of this situation, because they will be raking it in right now? Some people are saying that the hotels are increasing their prices so that the prices have actually been inflated. So no, I feel like those prices are kind of standard for Jamaican hotels. But yeah, let me know what you feel. Hey guys, so
the prices aren't standard if you inflate your prices by $100, $200, $300 because of a storm. That's not standard. That's not standard. If they're already paying $200, $300 a night, an additional $200, $300, that's $600 a night due to a circumstance that you cannot help. Exactly, cultural. Tourists fund Jamaica. See, these people don't understand that Jamaica's economy is literally because of tourists. Y'all trying to mess up their economy, to be honest with you, because you're going to tick off a lot of people that says, you know what? Damn going to Jamaica. I'll go somewhere else. I'll spend my good money somewhere the hell else. Shout out to FBA Queen. She said the Hyatt man is getting paid. I bet one Jamaican is not getting broke off. 100%. 100%. I agree with you 100-fold. Marcus says Jamaica is ratchet and raggedy. They feed you nothing but fruit while you're there. Oh, well, let's see what we're going to get into some of that too, my brother. Don't worry about that. We're going to get into some of the facts. But I want to get into this fact first while they're running around here talking about the tourists, the Black tourists, the Americans, because that's who they were really talking about. They were talking about Black folk. Because everybody that they shown in the picture were Black folk, even though those folks weren't really Black American. But you know what the Black Americans were doing who were there? The Black American was going around to the different people who work at these resorts, thanking them for taking care of them. Nobody pulled up this video. Let's go here.
Okay, y'all, so it is the morning after the hurricane, and we just want to walk around and thank all the staff at the Deja Resort, y'all. When I say they took care of us for real. Like nothing. We want to hug and say thank you for taking care of us during the storm. What's your name? Ashley, thank you. Y'all, this is your name. Thank you. We're telling him thank you for taking care of us during the storm, y'all.
Hey,
They was coming to our room. We're safe in his arms. We love y'all for real. What Jordan do?
Jordan personally made sure I got my plate of food. He said, you ain't get your food? Hold on. Came back to my room, knocked on my door, gave me 2 hot plates.
During the storm, y'all.
During the storm,
During the hurricane.
100 and something went outside. He came and brought me my food. So
we love y'all for real. This is the chef, y'all. Thank you to them for still cooking for us during this storm, y'all. Yeah. It was so good. Thank you. Our hard work during the storm, okay? Thank you, Leonard. These are friends. They be talking to us. They come to our room and check on us and everything. Everything. Thank you. Yeah. We're good. We don't know when we're going home. We're with y'all as far as we know. Thank you. This is Sophia, guys.
We're kidding.
Thank you for taking care of us during this hurricane. Thank you.
Now, family, I'm not going to play the rest of this video because there's a lot of people that they're running around thanking. A lot of people that they're running around thanking. And as our brother or sister might be that you let me know in the chat. See, Philip says, that's how we're raised. And it is. They're very grateful that these people took care of them in the way that they did. And guess what? Their good experiences is going to bring them back to the Deja Hotel or whatever the hell the name of the hotel is for their good service. But you don't see anybody who was speaking about this. Neither one of those big-headed little tricks was speaking about this. No, they just wanted to demonize foundational Black Americans. Anything to demonize us, just to say how they already been feeling. Shout out to our sister, C. Phillips. Shout out to you. Okay. Family, I want to go here because now we got to get into some straightening. We didn't have to feel good moment. Let's get into some straightening.
When I urban fix the airport so the people can go to them yard. Because frankly, I'm tired of them. And you know the funny thing is, it's not the people that are complaining now.
Notice what she said. It's not the white people.
It's the ones that look like us that are complaining, and I do the most. I do the most. So guess what? When I fix the airports and I go on a yard, and as for ungrateful people, don't come back. We don't need no money. We don't need no family. Please, me, I'm gonna don't come back. It's when things are up and running again, don't come back. And if you do come back, I hope the ancestors them know what to do with them. You guys are rude and you guys are disrespectful.
So you wishing harm upon people that want to go back to Jamaica? That decides to go back? Me ancestors know what to do with them. I heard that much through all the babble you spoke. I don't speak patois, but I do understand crazy, and you must be out your damn mind. I bet she's saying all this from the comfort of an American soil. Let's continue.
Please, me, I'm gonna do not set foot on the next flight to Jamaica.
Fuck y'all. Who gives a fuck? But you know what? Who gives a fuck?
Foot on the next flight to Jamaica.
Fuck y'all.
Do not set foot on the next flight to Jamaica.
Fuck y'all. Who gives a fuck? But you know what? You know, hey, as Black Americans, we're supposed to turn the other cheek when they talk shit about us. They don't want us over there in their islands or on the motherland because we rude, we disrespectful, we ghetto, we loud. It's just mighty funny, right? Now, mind you, mind she, I don't give a fuck. Speak regular, goddamn. Don't try to put your patois on because you want to try to go by. Because she got another video and she talking normal. You know how she probably talk when she get around American niggas? Oh, okay. But anyways, mind you, that video came from this video. A video of one high-calorie motherfucker talking about, like, the shit she was getting because they had secrets out there in Jamaica.
Family, this is the woman that started it all, that got it off popping.
And they was getting like rations and shit. And it was some bullshit, right? But other people have been saying like, yes, there's a hurricane or whatnot, but a lot of them hotels and shit have been taking advantage and doing some shady shit like overcharging people and customers and shit. And if you're not paying, kick you. Like, there's some crazy ass stories coming out of there. I mean, but crazy ass shit be coming out of Jamaica and how they be doing shit anyway. But this is where the basis of her entire video came from. All, quote unquote, all the disrespectful people. It was one fucking video. And the kicker, right? She's not even Black American. She's fucking from Bermuda. She's not even bruh. I said, this Black diaspora shit, bro, they don't fuck with us. She took one video and that was her opportunity to tee off on niggas, bro. To Black Americans. And get off all the rhetoric that they normally say about us. Rude, ghetto, disrespectful, blah, blah, blah. Like, come on, dog. Shawty ain't even from America. She fucking from Bermuda. Flag in the bio, right there. This the fucking video, bro. You can't make this shit up. This is why I said, I'm not like, they don't fuck with us, bro. I don't know why, but, you know, hey, we got to turn the other cheek, and we got to, you know, it's our responsibility. This Black man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Them folks don't fuck with us like that. And any opportunity, she even said in her own video, when we over there and white people are fucking with them, leave them be, because like that's what they think. That's how they really fucking feel. You know what I'm saying? That's how they all be feeling. Majority of them, deep down, that's how they be feeling, bro. Because their grannies talk like that. Their granddaddies talk like that. Their mamas and daddies talk like that. So where the fuck you think why they talk like that? 9 times out of 10, we see them as cool people. We see them as this. They see us as what did she just describe in her fucking video?
So apparently the lady that was going off in Jamaica is from the Bermuda Triangle. Or the Bermuda, whatever the fuck. Either way, the whole of Jamaica jumped on Black Americans on behalf of this lady that's not even American. You motherfuckers are sad, bro. Y'all couldn't wait to attack us. Again, Black Americans have no allies. And then you talking about, oh, don't come back to Jamaica and all this other fuck shit love. Y'all can't even control y'all land from the Chinese people. What the fuck we doing over there in Jamaica for? Africans are taking over y'all shit. They're getting fucking passports and getting green cards to y'all shit like they live there. Buying land like it's no tomorrow. Meanwhile, y'all still living in tin huts with fucking shacks. Not even real structured places, and you're crying about your shit being blown over. What the fuck you think is gonna happen? You're living in a goddamn can. Y'all are hilarious to me, bro. Don't have a fucking pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, but you want to tell Black Americans not to come back to your dirty ass country. Make it make sense. But y'all all over here in fucking America sucking off the goddamn benefits we fought for while you fucks were free and fucking on white people the whole time. Yeah, y'all didn't think we know that, right? Why it was illegal for us to talk to white people and sit with white people? Y'all was over there having a jamboree with their ass, getting married to them, having fucking babies left and right. Y'all don't come from our struggle, bro. Y'all don't understand resilience. Y'all don't understand shit. Y'all just live like fucking bums in your little makeshift ass towns and cities and complain about the government that y'all love so much to vote for. Y'all are so political, but none of y'all are fucking political enough to fix your fucking country. Y'all are weirdos. And then you got Black Americans all in the comments talking about, oh, I feel so ashamed. My people are over there. As a Black American, I feel ashamed. Shut the fuck up. The bitch not even Black American. Y'all don't ever like to do homework. I just go off of the fact that she sound like she's from America and the bitch is from the Bermuda. Y'all are weirdos, man. Y'all are easily simped out, pimped out fools. I don't never feel embarrassed for shit my people do. It's always a reason behind it. Grow some fucking nuts, man.
Shout out to that brother because he was going off. Both of the brothers was going off. But you know, it ain't gonna be right. I can't just end off with the FBA grassroots without having one of our FBA sisters come in to touch on the situation at hand as well. So let's get an FBA sister in here to touch on the situation.
So the bleached out Jamaicans are pissed off because there's Americans who are pissed off about a hurricane in Jamaica and staying there and not having food. But what I want the bleached out African Jamaicans to understand, because I'm gonna call you bitches African Jamaicans, is not everybody who's black that's from the United States is black American. So instead of making us the default in your motherfucking bleach mouth, why don't you worry about why the hell you're bleaching? Let's take a little look at what I'm talking about. So as you can see, this girl right here, she's complaining that she's stuck in Jamaica. Like, I don't even understand why anybody even goes to Jamaica. I've never had a desire to go to Jamaica. You know, it's literally the graping capital of the world, right next to a couple of countries in Africa. And as you can see, this is the food. She's complaining, right? So then we have this Jamaican, this African Jamaican that bleaches, saying this shit. Because
these black Americans on my feed at the resorts are so annoying. I can't wait for them to fix the airport so y'all can get back the fuck home. We're tired of with it. Y'all need to get the fuck back home. Oh, we don't give a fuck who choose not to come back to Jamaica. Keep on the bumbuckler money and go on elsewhere with no fucking attitude. Yeah, I see this big fat sour one named Simora or whatever the fuck she name. Go home. Let me have the picture, Hungry Belly Gal. See Hungry Belly Gal. Yeah, man.
And the comments really get on my nerves too, because y'all really be sitting here acting like we're all the same. That girl's name alone let me know that she wasn't Black American, and I can prove she's not Black American. And y'all stay just hyper fixated on Black Americans. Don't y'all have a hurricane to worry about? Don't y'all have some flooding to worry about? Don't y'all have like roofs that are missing to go find in the ocean? But y'all stay talking about Black Americans, even in the state of disaster. You bitches cannot keep our motherfucking names out your motherfucking mouths. And as you can see, Black Americans, you see the default of how they want to talk about us, even when it's not us. Yeah. So for you fools who still want to go to Jamaica, which I don't even understand, because let's not forget, there was literally a warning telling Americans not to go to that poverty-stricken island, but y'all bitches still wanted to go during hurricane season, during motherfucking hurricane season. Like, what's not clicking? What's not clicking? I want y'all to keep Black Americans out your mouth, because we're not the default just because you see somebody who happens to maybe have an American passport. The girl doesn't even sound American. She literally has a fucking accent.
Stuck in Jamaica until Thursday because the airport is supposed to reopen Wednesday, and that's a possibility due to whatever damage may be caused by the hurricane. But they decided to cancel our flight and leave us here. Other airlines
and y'all's defaulting to she's an American.
Before we let the sister continue, shout out to Still Kevin Trees for this comment. It's gotta be an FBA woman thing to cook holes after a nice bath and skincare routine. I BS you not. I'm with you 100% fold on this. Because god dang it, our sisters be every time I pull one of these videos, you got one of our sisters who's either in this same type of getup where they got on their robe and their hair bonnet and stuff like that. Are they in their bonnet laying down after a nice little shower or whatnot? Family, I love it to the core, because they like, before I get dirty with this bitch, I'm gonna get nice and clean. Shout out to all the FBA sisters who get down with their bad selves. Also, let me give an FBA salute and a shalom to our sister Empress Latesse in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here, family. Yes, sir. This is a good comment. Yes, sir. Shout out. Let's go back. Let's continue.
That shit says she's from Bermuda. Her last name alone lets me know that she is not Black American. Shut the fuck up. Go play in the ocean. Isn't there enough around you?
Shout out to that queen. Like I said, this woman, she has no reservations about dragging anybody the second you say FBA. That is, if there's anything negative following that, this sister, she be on their head. She took the word Akata and created her own thing called Akata News, and shout out to her for doing so. That pissed off a lot of the tethers. Family, why is it important for us to keep our foot on their necks? Why is it important for us to keep calling these people out? Because once we continue to do so, as we continue to do so, you see other people trying to jump on board and do the same things. And some people pretend to be us while doing so. So I want to show you a couple of clips here, family. Got to show you a couple of clips before we get up out of here. We're almost done here. Just a couple more clips. Got to give a B1 salute to our family. Sharon Thompson in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here, my sister. Let's go here, family. Now, family. This person is claiming to be a foundational Black American. And even though she reads the situation 100% correct, listen to her accent and tell me if you think she's FBA. In my eyes and in my ears say, hell no, no way. But I still give her a shout out for saying what she said, but I know why she said it, and I know what she's doing. Also, family, I want y'all to tell me if this even is a chick. Yeah, we're going to have one of those again. Shout out to some chick named Star. Much love to you. Thank you for being here, my sister, all day. Let's go here, family. Now, this is a situation where, we've been on Mona Leo's head, making sure people understood why we were on Mona Leo's head. Now you're seeing other people trying to jump on that bandwagon as well. But like I said, listen to the voice and tell me if she's FBA. And then look at the face and tell me if she's a MAN. Let's go.
Being asked about this Mona Leo situation, I'm just going to say what I think one time and fuck this thing. Basically, the girl knew what she was doing. Okay? It just didn't work how she thought it was going to fucking work. She knew what she was doing, though. When you make a song called Sexy Sulan, the term Sulan hasn't even been on this motherfucking TikTok for that long. Okay? So that means you just thought of the idea to make a song for Black American people. And then when confronted, bitch, you did a Tyler. That's exactly what you did. You did a fucking Tyler. Because right within that moment, you were supposed to say, yes, I made this song for my Black American people. That's it, bitch. That's it. No, you talk about, I ain't give a fuck about what y'all think. And if you don't like it, fuck you. Well, fuck you too. The fuck? Fuck you thought. Yeah. Don't use Sulan in your fucking song. Just make a song for Black people. All fucking Black people. Why you didn't do that? Oh, yeah, like I said, you knew what you was doing. Now, on to the next thing. I want to address something about what she said. When she said, oh, when we get pulled over by the police are not asking, are you Haitian, are you Jamaican? Because they don't have to. They can hear their accent or they can see their last motherfucking name. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? And name one of the people, just one of the Black people, all them Black people been killed. Breonna Taylor, Tamir Rice, Michael Brown, Fidel Castillo. Tell me one who is a motherfucking immigrant. You can't. Just like name me one immigrant who was hanging from them trees. Now, I'm not saying it can't happen to them. What I'm saying is no one has interest in y'all. Everyone, including y'all, are interested in us. When the cops pull you over, they want a Black American person. They don't want you motherfuckers. Okay? Because they know you are nothing like harmful to the world. So you see, what I'm saying is, if they got rid of all Black American people, you raggedy motherfuckers wouldn't stand.
Family, y'all are going off in this chat. Shout out to each and every one of you. God dang it. But our sister Felicia, at the end of the day, thank you very much. No, she is not. I hear an accent. She has a thick accent at that. She's covering up, but she's trying her hardest not to let it slip. But it's too much of it not to let slip. And y'all said this is Joanna, man. Bate boy. Exactly, C. Phillips. The accent's going in and out. Yeah, we hear it. And see, these, like I said, everyone follows our lead. And when we're doing the stomping on folks, everybody wants to participate in the stomping on others. This woman is clearly not a foundational Black American, but everything she said, or he, or it, or whatever said, I solidify because it's true. It's true. However, you could have did that as a Jamaican. You could have did that as an African. You could have did that. You could have said what you said as whoever you actually are. Foundational Black Americans don't sound like they're from the Caribbean. Foundational Black Americans don't sound like they're African. Foundational Black Americans don't sound like they're from the UK. We have many of accents, but we don't have any accents like that. And we can tell each other's accents. I can tell a Southern accent from a freaking Jersey accent. I don't hear my accent because I'm from California, but many people in the family tells me all the time, you got an accent too. And I'm like, really? Yeah, you got an accent. You speak real proper. I remember when I first got down here to Texas, I was dropping off something to one of my friends, and I took it to his door or whatnot, and the girls next door to him started talking to me. And that's usually what happens. Women see me. I'm a very handsome man myself. I don't like to toot my own horn, but toot toot. When they see me, they start talking to me, and I'm talking to them. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, this, that, and the third. They're like, oh, you're not from out here, are you? I'm like, no, I'm not. How you know? By the way that you speak. She said, you talk really proper. And I'm like, what do you mean by really proper? And she's like, I don't mean like a white boy or nothing like that. But California people, y'all like to enunciate a lot of your words. And when she said that, I was like, I know what you mean. Because if you hear my grandpa talk, he has a California style of talking, but he still sounds like he's from Sweetport, Louisiana. So he blended his Louisiana accent with the fact that Californians tend to enunciate more of their words, right? And so my grandfather will confuse you if you don't know. God dang, it's like you sound like you from the South, but you're enunciating your words so damn profound. Hey, it is what it is. And my brother Ian Will say, what's wrong with that? Ain't nothing wrong with it. And they made sure that I knew that there was nothing wrong with it. But my point is, we have a way of telling the accents. And even when the accent kind of confuses, once we ask you where you're from, where your family's from, we're able to pull, oh, okay, that's why your accents sound like that, because you still have your parents' accent, but you done blended it to whatever the accent is where you live now. Hell, my brother was talking to me on the phone the other day, and I said something around, he was talking about what was going on in California, and I'm like, yeah, man, I'm glad they don't do that out here. And he was like, oh, you done picked up an accent. You didn't pick, you're not Californian anymore. So, they have to pull my tail on that a little bit, but that's what I mean. We know when we hear. So people ain't going to be able to just come in. I speak very proper. Hey, I Californian guy, you know what I mean? But I love that. I love that we all can tell the difference in our speaking patterns, the way that we speak, our accents and things like that, our dialects, but it's still the same. You know what I mean? We're not excluding anybody because of the way that they speak or the way that they enunciate things. We just notice the differences. That's it. That's what FBA does. It's just the thing. But we damn sure know when that ain't our accents. That's what it is. Shout out to Felicia Haywood. She said, yes, same is my mother. She's from Los Angeles down south. Okay, LA down south. Oh, okay. You're talking about Louisiana. Okay, I thought you meant Los Angeles. My bad. She's from LA down south. And all in all, in California Bay Area. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I love hearing people who goes from one part of the country, go to like places like the Bay, and then hear them start talking Bay slang. Hearing somebody with a Southern accent say hella is amazing. It is amazing. It is something to be had. I had one of my favorite girlfriends that I had when I was younger. She was from St. Louis, right? And we would have like these, I would tell her to say 9 because she didn't say 9 in the way I say 9. She said it's sexy as hell. It was like 9. I was like, oh girl, you better get back before I put a baby up in you. You better get back. I love being us. And I love the fact that we can tell each other by the way we speak, by the way we move. When I went to Mississippi, the first time I went to Mississippi, we took the Greyhound. When I got off the Greyhound, I didn't even talk to nobody. The women there just knew I was not from there. They just saw the way I was walking, because back then in LA, we used to all walk with the limp. You know what I mean? We used to do a little limp walking. You know what I'm saying? They knew by the walk I wasn't from there. And they showed me the utmost love, even though I wasn't from there. Shout out to Diet Toppy. I hope I said that right. If I did not, hold it to my head and not my heart. All right. Shout out to you. I love blacks. The blacks. Me too, family. I wouldn't be if I died tomorrow and the Most High gave me the option to come back any race, I'll come back black again. And if it happened again, I'll come back black again. Shout out to our brother Ian Will. I don't know why, but I love a New York accent, a New Orleans accent. I don't know why I say New York. New Orleans accent, an Alabama accent, and a Georgia accent. That's my weakness. You got me, brother, my brother. There's this one woman who is on TikTok, and she's this beautiful Southern belle, and she's from Georgia. And she be doing this accent that be driving me crazy. She be like, good Lord, I can't be out here in this heat. I be like, girl, you better knock it off before I jump through this screen. And that's why when Kamala Harris tried to put on that that Georgia accent, everybody went off on her like, what? Girl, you better sit your dumb ass down. And the same thing when what's her name? AOC Acosta tried to sound like she had a Southern accent. Everybody got on her. You ain't got nothing compared to these women out there. Damn the women, you ain't got no accent compared to the men. We know you. You're not going to be able to fool us with that. But I'm on your side, man. Give me a nice Georgia woman with an accent, and I'm going to melt. I haven't met an Alabama woman yet, but I'm sure that'll happen too. But the New Orleans woman, now, let me tell you about the New Orleans accent. I love me a New Orleans woman, not just for her accent, but for other reasons. But the accent in itself, a New Orleans woman, she'll let you know she's not to be freaking played with. It's a difference between the Southern belle and the New Orleans woman. The New Orleans woman, oh yeah, that baby, you don't want to deal with no New Orleans woman and disrespect her, because she's going to read you the hell down. And when I say from the top to the bottom, she's going to read the whole grocery list on your ass. And oh, baby, like I love me a New Orleans woman, but I'm very particular on which ones I pick. I'll tell you that much right now. Right now. Let me give a shout out to the Super Chat family. Got to give a shout out to our family V for vengeance in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for your contributions, and your donation is blessed tenfold as always, my good brother. It says the code is the leader. The code. The code is the leader. The code. The gatekeeping of FBA culture, politics, business, intellectual property, and social standing utilize ideas, strategies, and tactics advertised by our elders, Dr. Claude Anderson and Neely Fuller Jr. Absolutely, my good brother. Salute to you for that. Absolutely. A phenomenal comment. Family, let me get to this other clip here, then we can get up out of here. Myron Gaines has found himself in a left-right tussle with the Puerto Ricans. Go figure. And like I said, as we do, other people want to do too. Now, of course, I'm not going to agree with everything the Puerto Rican says, but I just want you to see how this Puerto Rican is trying to read this man down in the very same way he's been watching us read this. I was about to say something very off. The man who washes his hair in cowpea down. And you know that he's been watching us because he used one of our talking points almost immediately when it comes to Amru Fudel. Shout out to our sister Queen Yasmin in the building. Much love to you. And they'll bury your drawers in the backyard. Hey. Sometimes ain't nothing wrong with getting your drawers buried in the backyard. Sometimes they put it on you so bad you don't want to leave. You know what I mean? Just saying, nothing to talk about. You know what I mean? All right, let's leave it at that. Let's get over here, family.
You stupid ass Puerto Rican niggas.
Oh, let's do this.
Yo, you guys are Americans. When you're born in Puerto Rico, guess what passport you get? You don't get a Puerto Rican passport. You get an American passport. Okay? You're an American citizen. Your bastardized flag with that one little star and the fucking triangle blue. Get the fuck out of here. Your inferior flag.
Our flag is actually older than your flag, so.
Sir, that's not his flag. And you know that's not his flag. But you use that to try to take a dig at America. Yeah, I picked that up. When the fact of the matter is, that's the second flag. As a matter of fact, no, it's the third flag. Sir, the original flag dates back before 1895. You know, the flag with the circle of stars. All right, but go ahead, go off.
Oh, not to mention that you guys also tried to ban our flag. Feeling jealous? Threatened? I'd say so.
Niggas want to act like they're different. Bro, you are our sons. You are our sons.
You are from Sudan.
Once again, using, like I said, he used our talking points almost right away, but not before he sat there and tried to take a dig at America. You know that he's from the Sudan, but yet you kept on saying you guys as if he was American.
You're not on the team. Sit your ass in the bench. Like, bro, you're not a Native American. You're not a white American. You are not African American. You are African.
You carry American passports.
This passport you're talking about, the one that got like booted out of the top 10 in the world? Okay. Miss me with that. United States came to us first, not the other way around.
You guys trying to sit here with your national pride. You ain't no nation.
Actually, we are our own nation. The IOC and the World Baseball Classic and thousands of other Olympic committees recognize us as our own nation.
Then why aren't you in your nation? My bad, I digress. This is Tether versus Tether right now. Let them do their thing.
Niggas are Americans. So you're the last not supposed to have any pride parades. You switch that dumbass Puerto Rican flag with an American flag, then maybe we could have a conversation. If I'm gonna be honest, you ungrateful fucks.
If you were to ever to come to Puerto Rico, you're going to realize that the national language is Spanish, not English. Puerto Rico, aka Bridgeport in English. So what does that mean? It means we are different. We have our own way of life and our own traditions.
And your music sucks. To be honest, doom, 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 every time.
We have people in China, Japan, Asia singing our music, so, okay. Our literal trophy case will speak for itself. Thank you very much. If my memory serves me correct, this is that loser from that Fresh Fit podcast that he tries to get alpha males to sign up for or whatever. The problem is that he thinks he has some sort of authority to just talk on minority experience and minority issues, when in reality, he does nothing to sort of uplift the community in any way, shape, or form. You know, I thought I was doing really good for a while. Didn't want to start no drama, no trouble. But, you know, this just came on my newsfeed one day and I was just like, not today, buddy. Not today. So, Byron, whatever the hell your name is, buddy. The next time you want to talk about Puerto Rico, get your facts straight. My DMs are open for debate. Try me.
Family, like I said, as we continue to keep our foots on everybody's necks, everybody else wants to participate with the foot being on people's necks. So they try to mimic us. They try to do and say things that we do and say. So that's why it's important for us to keep our foot on everybody's necks. If you're disrespectful to our lineage, guess what? You're out of here, coach. You're done here. You're done. Shout out to our brother AO in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here, my good brother. Outcaster replay, 3 hours strong. Much love to you, family. Much love to you. Now, I want to make sure I say this to say this plain. Lusum Earl Sears, she's going to lose. She's 100% going to lose. And I'm a laugh. I'm going to get back over here and get real petty with it. You guys are doing all this to try to put the spotlight on a person who really don't deserve the spotlight to begin with. You're doing all that to basically try to shame Democrats into voting for your candidate because y'all not out there supporting your candidate in the way that you should be. Let's be very clear about that. When I say that both the black Democrat and the black Republican, the Democrat and the Republican, both of them have mental issues. They live in a goddamn delusion. I mean that full-fledged and wholeheartedly. We, as the black grassroots, we call out everything. We hold everybody to account, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat. If you're a part of the green shit party, we're going to call you out there too. We have no reservations about representing our people. We're here to stand on our damn square and make sure that our next generations don't have to deal with the problems that this generation has to deal with. We are making sure that the next generation, they don't have to worry about having to fight the same fight that this generation had to fight. We are making sure that we're getting the tethers out. We're getting the coons out. We're pushing the Nabiscos to the side. And we're representing for the people that has all right to be represented in this country, but has zero representation when it comes to the political realm. They lucky we haven't started a new Tea Party yet. Because it wasn't that whole thing why we succeeded. Taxation, double taxation without representation. Oh, the only people that's here that's been double taxed is foundational Black Americans. And the only people that's been here that's been double taxed without representation is foundational Black Americans. Let's be very clear about that. So to all of the Black Republicans and the Black Democrats, you guys go and cry in the corner. Because you don't have an ear over here and you don't have a shoulder over here to cry on. But with that being said, family, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you can be notified whenever videos like this drop. And if you have not been receiving the notification, hit that other link and join the Telegram so you can help me combat the whole situation with the shadow banning. Make sure that you're hitting that like and share button, family, so we can beat up the algorithm. Make sure we get this message out to the ears that need to hear. And if you have not done so yet, please click that link in the description. Go to change.org and put your signature on the petition for reparations. Family, let me give a B1 salute, a certified B1 salute to our good brother AO for your super chat. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution as always, my good brother, for the church. Much love to you and thank you. And I'd like to thank everybody that's contributed tonight, whether by Super Chat, Cash App, or anything else. Now, I don't get to see when PayPal goes off, but if you donated over there to PayPal, much love to you as well. Let me also give a B1 salute to everybody in the chat. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for spending your Thursday here with me. I just wanted to go over and touch on some of the Tether Tantrums that's been going on. And I'm hoping that, you know, it wasn't just informative, but a bit entertaining for you. I know it was entertaining for me because this chat don't miss. This chat don't miss. Understand me when I say that. But family, I know our good brother Alfro is on right now, so I want to make sure everybody get over there. I'll see you over there. I'm gonna have to drive to the store real quick so I can go get some soap to wash my dog. My dog is starting to smell like the outside, and I don't like that. But much love to each and every one of you, family. Thank you guys for being here on this broadcast, and I appreciate each and every one of you. With that being said, family, you all have a beautiful rest of your day, and the doors of the church are now closed. Peace.
My grandfather built this country, man. He fought wars for it. And most places he went wouldn't let him sit down and get a cup of coffee. I can't even catch a cab in New York. You know, it doesn't matter how many degrees I get. All you people see is color. Your grandfather was an immigrant. You're American. My grandfather was born here, Duke. And you people still look at me as just another nigga.
I know that the government, whatever, can't stand us black people. He doing everything in the world to make black man be extinct. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Us black people going to survive. So fuck everybody. I'm out.